Check, check, 1, 2. It's a bird. It's a plane. Nope, it's a Boeing. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome back. What's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It is your boy Blue. Let me get a radio check here in the chat. If you can hear me loud and clear, let me see those airplane emojis. We are live on YouTube, on Twitch, and on TikTok. Yes, sir. Welcome back to the stream, guys. Good to see you guys. It's been way too long since I have personally flown the Boeing 777. I'll be honest with you, I've actually not flown the 777 since the A350 came out. I'm not lying to you. I have actually not flown the 777 on any sim on 2020, 2024 X-planes since the A350 has come out. The 350 in many ways has kind of quenched my thirst for wide-body modern airliners, and I've loved it. Plus, we didn't have a Boeing 777 wide-body on Microsoft for the longest time, or on Microsoft 2024, I should say. Let me clarify. For the longest time. So we finally got the 200 ER that came out like a few weeks ago, and now today we have the 777 freighter. Now this is the particular version that I've been waiting for. This, in my opinion, is a whole new plane. But you know what? I'm not going to get on all that. We're going to be positive today. There's been a lot of complaining, I will say that, going on in the flight sim community, and I think it's deserved, to be honest, because a lot of people are not happy with the way things are happening, the way things are releasing, the way updates are going out, and the way their sims are performing, right? And so today, I'm just hoping for a chill, uneventful cargo flight. You feel me? Hope you guys doing all right. Hope you guys having a great day so far, and I hope you guys are down to do some flying in the Fedex 777 freighter from PMDG. Just released today, by the way. B3 Burner, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. JT Burrows in the house. No Gear Motorsports is in the house. Ben Airbus A330, good evening to you as well, man. Golden Dragon 222 is in the house. Data watching from the North Pacific, bro. I know you're on a cruise ship right now in the middle of the Pacific, man. Good to see you, man. Thank you for joining us. You should be enjoying your vacation right now, but thank you, man, for stopping by. I really appreciate it, Data. JT Burrow, let's do it. Absolutely, man. Looks like we have a pretty good sound check here. What's up, TikTok? Middle Jet, welcome to the stream, man. One more day until the PS3 comes into the mail, so you can mod it yourself. Really? You're gonna you bought a PS3 to mod? Interesting. That sounds like it's a lot of fun for you. You must be a very techie person. Anyways, as you can see, aircraft is on the ramp here in Oakland, California. We are completely cold and dark. We've not started loading just yet. And we're flying up to Seattle. Flight time is expected to be 1 hour 38 air time and 2 hour block time. So 2 hours basically wheels from gate, or I should say from spot to spot from here. We're using I think it's BM World Oakland, and where you can be using the new MK Studios Seattle. So let's check it out. All right, let's hop into the aircraft now and get powered up. There is a walk around mode. I'll show you guys that really quickly. So, I mean, Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, of course, every plane has walk-around mode. Now, is there anything you can interact with? No, absolutely not. PMDG made the plane work in 2024, and it, from what I understand, does. This is actually my first flight. I've not done any flights. I don't know what the extent of any bugs potentially might be, but I'm hoping that everything is working correctly. But yeah, as you can see, we can walk around, look at everything nice and close. You know, 3D modeling, as always, and textures are pretty decent. It's not a major upgrade from 2020, though. It's pretty much the same 2020 plane, just in 2024. So they really haven't upgraded too much, even in the graphic department. But let's get flying and get going. All right, so we're in the flight deck. We're in the office of the 777 freighter. Today we're a freight dog, yes sir. We'll bring the music down and see what the sounds are talking about. We'll get the sounds pumped up here in the 777. I'm not sure if they've changed. Again, I've not looked at any change log. Matter of fact, I just bought the 777 freighter. I didn't own it before today. I refused to buy it when they released it for 2020. I was like, no, I don't want to fly in 2020. I want to fly in 2024. That's my personal preference. And so I did not buy it until today when it finally came out for 2024. So up to the top. Let's get our external power hooked up. Yeah, so I think it sounds like it's using the new sounds that the 200 ER has. All right, battery on, APU start, and take a listen to the APU startup. What's up, Pilot John? Welcome to the stream. Spectre, the person, Oakland ground here. Nice, man. Yeah, I saw Oakland was on. We're gonna be talking to you pretty soon, man. Once we get everything ready. I already got the ATIS. I got information in Lima. Did I do something wrong here? I think it started. Okay, here it comes. Alright, well there's the APU start. Sounds okay. Not the worst. Where's my mouse? There it is. Alright, we'll get the other external power on. We'll get our ADRU on. Cabin utility turned on. Other than that, that's really all we need to do over here. We'll pop on emergency. What was that? What was that? What the heck was that? Anybody in chat know what that noise was? Huh, interesting. Alright, it threw me off for sure. Alright, that's good window heat. All those are gonna come on, and it will stop there for now, and we'll go down here to the EFB. And we've already imported our flight plan. Again, Oakland to Seattle today is the route that we're doing. And we're gonna go to the home page, go to ground operations. Man, there's all kind of sounds happening in the background. That's actually kind of dope. I'm actually digging it. I'm digging these extra sounds going on in the background. All right, door management. So we will be using GSX today. So let's get the doors open in ahead of time. We'll get the main door open in the front so our pilots can get on board. We'll get the cargo aft open, the cargo forward open, and the cargo main open. And those should all open up. You need the APU power to get those doors open. There he goes. Alright, while we wait for that, we'll get GSX out here. And we'll do request boarding, please.
Boarding requested.
Fedex. Vacuum cleaner? It might be a vacuum cleaner. Bobby, I told you 30-minute turn. We got no time to vacuum. There's always time to vacuum. Alright, I think all the doors we need are open. Ground connections as of right now are just the the ground power. We won't use the air conditioning today. We could, but we're not going to. We'll skip that. Alright, that's our EFB. Again, we've already imported this, so let's jump into our FMS. I almost called it an MCDU. You can tell how much Airbus I've been flying. So let's go over to the FMS. And we'll go to position initialization. We'll go to the next page, and do we have anything? Yeah, we have. This is our actual. We'll grab that one. There we go. That works. And go to route. We'll go to route request. Oakland to Seattle, SimBrief route. We'll set the payload and set the fuels. Has us at 516.0 fuel weight. Pushback tug, no, not yet.
You want to board crew?
And the crew, yeah, just the pilots, I guess.
Crew bus is coming.
For fuel, 48.1. I'm just gonna confirm that with my SimBrief here, make sure that's right. Yep, 48.1 is correct. Set fuel, payload. All right, that's good. Select routes. And that is good. All right, so it's now waiting for route requesting. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. That's what you told them all the time on the ramp? That's funny. I'm trying to think, how often did we vacuum? We didn't vacuum often. They had a whole different crew that did vacuuming when I worked on the ramp. We just did all the outside stuff. There was a few times for international flights where we had to go in and vacuum and clean and do all the security checks. But for the domestic flights, we never vacuumed. There's a whole different company that handled that. All right, I think we're loaded. Oh no, hit load now. Alright, uplink is loading. I didn't mind cleaning. Matter of fact, what's funny is before I worked on the ramp, I was actually considering working, because they're always hiring. If you're looking to work at the airport, they're always hiring cleanup crew. Like the people who clean the plane between flights in the daytime and the nighttime, those companies are always hiring. There's our pilots. Apparently I'm the maintenance guy because the pilots are now boarding. Anyways. Alright, let's see. I think that's good. Let's hit activate. And execute. Alright, beautiful. Over to performance initial. Actually, let's do our departure and whatnot. So we're in Oakland. Let's see. We'll get our IFR clearance here. Matter of fact, we might go ahead and get our ATIS right now. ATIS information Lima 133775. We get our radios turned on, so we get this one, this one, this one, and I think that one. Boom. And 1337. Wait. It's gone now. I think the ATIS just went offline. It was 260 at 14, gusting 26. Oh, it's back. 163.775. Alright. It disappeared for a second as I was typing it. Alright, 133.775. Boom, that's in there.
LE10.
God, that's loud.
Few clouds at 1,200.
Let's bring it down.
Temperature 18.
What's up, Ranger? Welcome to the stream, man. Am I a real pilot?
Temperature 3007.
Not yet. Not yet. I'm just a sim pilot, man.
Visual approach. Runway 30 and 285.
A sim pilot and aviation enthusiast.
First near airport.
AKA pilot nerd.
Initial contact. You have information, Mike.
Oh, Mike is active now. Alright, we have information, Mike. Let's see what's ground on. Our buddy Spectre is on ground today. 12175.
1270 at 13. Metro Oakland International Airport ATIS information Mike 01530. 1270 at 13.
Alright, we have the new ATIS. We're back on 12175. Information Mike is now current. Winds at 270 at 13. Visibility is about clear at 10, as you can see. Very nice day here in Oakland, California today. In NorCal. Temperature is 18, dew point is 11, altimeter 3007. So let's go ahead and drop that in here. 3007. That is set on the left. And is it set on the right? It is synced. Sweet. Yeah, man, I've honestly not flown the 777 in a long time. I really haven't. Okay, looks like the active runways 3007, ILS and visual approach runways 3028. Okay, let's go ahead and just call them. Before I spend a bunch of time putting the flight plan in, let's call for IFR. I like to call before I before I do the work because I don't want to redo the work in case they reroute us for some reason. So we'll go ahead and call up IFR now. Make sure my push to talk is working here. It is. All right, cool. Oakland ground, Fedex 116 heavy IFR to Seattle with Mike.
Fedex 116 heavy, Oakland ground, cleared to Seattle Tacoma International Airport, Oakland 6 departure, radar vectors deadhead, minutes filed. Copy is SID, except maintained flight level 190, departure frequency 120.9, squawk 1773.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie, I missed like all of that. Can you say it one more time?
Fedex 116 heavy, Oakland ground, cleared to Seattle Tacoma International Airport, Oakland 6 departure, radar vectors to deadhead, then is filed. Copy is SID, except maintain flight level 190, departure frequency 120.9, squawk 1773.
Alright, clear to Seattle via Oakland 6, radar vectors deadhead, then climb via SID, then it's filed up to flight level 190, squawk 1773, departure 1209, Fedex 116.
Fedex 116 heavy, just confirm climb via SID, except maintain flight level 190.
Climb via SID, except maintain flight level 190, Fedex 116 heavy.
Fedex 116 heavy, read that correct, call for taxi.
We'll go. Alright. Got it. Alright, so, we still don't know what runway we're using per se, but the runway we were gonna have was 30. Let's see if that makes sense with the ATIS that they gave us here. Yeah, that should work. That should work. That should work. So we'll do the Oak 6. 30. I would change it if he gives us something different, of course. Execute route. Actually, hold on. Departure arrival index arrival. For the arrival portion, we'll go ahead and put that in now. We're expecting the Hawks 8 arrival. I guess mine is out of date, so that's fine. Hawks 7 via Lima Mike Tango. Please be there. Thank God it is. I hate when like my stuff is out of date and I finally do the arrival that actually changed on this navigation cycle. It's always annoying. Runway 16 right is what we're expecting. We'll do the ILS via C. The ILS 16 right. What was my via out here? Agony. That's what we'll go with. Execute that. And good to go. Alright, departure and arrival is all good. Let's go to back to init ref. No. Routes. Perf init. And we're all loaded up, so we'll go ahead and just bring in our perf data. Accept? Okay, yeah. Let's see what we get. You gotta be careful, Blue. These ZOA guys are mean. Worst ATC controllers, for real, no cap. Okay. I'll watch out. Man. Alright, that's your fuel weights. Cruising at 360. Final cruise altitude. Cost index 81. And all that looks good to me. Alright, thrust limitation. Let's go ahead and do our perf now. So go to our EFB one more time. We'll go here. We'll go to weight and no, not weight and balance. I guess you can do your weight and balance here now. Cool. Alright, I'm not gonna worry about it. We've already done it. Performance tool. Takeoff. Import OFP. Runway 30. That's good. Aircraft. Import from aircraft. Anti-ice config. Leave it off. What's this? Aircraft config auto. Yeah, that's fine. We'll have APU impacts on. Yep. And we'll import the weather. 3007 calculates. Alright, so it has us at flaps 5, N1 percentage 86. Takeoff rating is TO2. That's what I want to know right there. TO2, so 20% D rate. And takeoff. Alright, flaps 5. CG 26.7 as a trim of 5.0. And now our V1 is 535660. And I think we're good there. What up, Owls? Welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, I think we're good now. Let me double check my little checklist. Make sure we got the tablet set up. Then our departure arrival. Let's check our discos. Go to legs. I would do a disco here at RBL. So let's go ahead and delete that. Click on LMT. To RBL. Execute. Is that legit? Yeah. Where's RBL at? Alright, that's good. Next. Good. And good. Alright, we're looking good on the flight plan. I'm going to check it one more time on the actual screen here, just to make sure there's nothing like weird happening. I'm going to scroll through our screen by hitting the legs, or the step key. I'm going to zoom that out too. Good. Yeah, we're good. Alright, we're cool. It's gravy. Night Wolf, welcome to the stream, man. I hope you're doing well, bro. Welcome back. I know you've been enjoying a pilot's life, man. Been loving your streams on it. Loving your streams, man. Loving it. Alright, I love the Airbus 777. Yeah, man, it's the best. Airbus 777 is the best. Okay, I think we're good. Are they still loading out there? Nope, they're done. They're waiting for us. They are waiting for us. Alright, so we are flying real time, so let's not waste the real time. We'll probably end up landing in Seattle at night, and I'm honestly okay with that. Seattle is a beautiful place to land at night, so we're gonna do exactly that most likely. Again, flight time about 2 hours, so we'll make that happen. Alright, so next up, FMC prep I think is done. Right, chat? Let me know if I'm missing anything. The legs page is done. Departure arrival is done. VNAV page is all good. We got our IFR clearance. Let's get our squawk code in there, which he told me was 1773. There it is, and that's good. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Let's see, what else? He's got us clear to 19,000 feet. We're plowing via SID, of course. Nineteen. There we go. And since we're basically ready, let's go ahead and call GSX for push. I did download a GSX profile for the plane. It works with GSX already, but I went ahead and got a special one just because sometimes like the community can make a better GSX profile than what usually comes with the plane. So I don't know if it was actually broken. That's just what I did. All right, let's get the door shut. That's what they want us to do. Oops. Oh, you don't want. I don't want to reveal my camera views yet. All right, let's go here and the ground ops. Go to door management and close all. We are ready to go, guys. Ready to go.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
That's what I like to hear. All right, let's do emergency lights are on. That's checked. Service interphone on. That is checked. Seat belts and smoking signs are on in auto.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Flight directors. Left side on, or right side on. Cockpit lights is required, don't need it. Barrel is 3007. We have information mic on board. Our MCP is mostly set up. Let's see what our runway heading is for runway 30. We'll put that in there. 30 as the runway heading of 296. We'll put that here on our heading.
Locking gear.
Yeah, for sure, Owls. Absolutely, man. I really thought you did a good job. Like, I really thought when you were showcasing the 737 Classic, what, 2 days ago now, I think? I was watching it. I was like, man, for the short period of time that he had this plane, he did a really good job of catching all of like the little things that you need to know to fly that plane, like the generator's issue and all that. I still can't fly it. They did send me the plane, but I've been unable to even get it installed. So I'm hoping to get through that issue, and maybe I can actually do a flight or stream with it in the future. But right now, I have no plans on streaming it because I can't even fly it. Alright, so, by the way guys, I do have a tutorial on YouTube on how to start the 777 family of aircraft. So if you're new to the plane, if you're thinking about getting into it, and you've never flown it before, and you want a quick start under 15 minutes, I have a quick start guide on YouTube, which is what I use myself to remind myself how to fly these planes. Matter of fact, I made that series of tutorials, technically, for both of us, for me and for you, because I fly so many different planes that when I get back and fly something, I forget how to fly it. And so having a tutorial that I know is fast and done in a way that I can remember is super helpful for me. So I also have like a list here that I'm looking at to remind myself as well. Alright, so radios are already set up. Transponder's been set up. We've already closed. I think we armed the doors too, right? Is it arm them? Arm all. There we go. Okay. Good to know. It didn't arm them. That would have been bad. That'd been really bad. Alright, close normal all doors. We'll go ahead and arm our VNAV as well. There we go. Right electric and hydraulic pumps. So we'll do it through that. I'm going to come back to this. So here, 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 and there. Nice. Alright, fuel pumps all coming on now. No fuel in the center pump, so we're good to go there. We'll do recall. Recall. Alright, looking good there. And I believe once we set the trim, we are ready for a push. Trim needs to be 5.0, and currently it's sitting at 4. I'm not sure if it's even going to work. Okay, it is working. And one more click. There is trim 5.0. Chocks need to be removed. Oh my god, I keep pressing that button. What does that button do? Oh, it's my X-plane button for EFB. Right. Ground vehicles, ground connections. Let's go ahead and Remove chocks. Oh, my brake's not on. Hold on. Alright, brake set. My god, I keep pressing that button. Sorry. Alright, chocks remove. Are they removing them? Or maybe GSX handles that. We'll see. Let's go ahead and we don't have to request pushback here. No, we don't. We can push back on our own, I believe. So let's go ahead and push back, and we'll get out of here. Yeah, me and CST are having the exact same issue. I've been talking to him. I was talking to him on day one about trying to figure out how to fix it, and we were talking to the dev too, and he wasn't able to help us very much. All right, 3-0 is to our right, so we're gonna push back and nose right. Nose to the right. There we go. Ready for action. Remove wheel chocks. I thought you were gonna do that. Oh my god, I keep pressing that button. How do I remove the wheel chock? I'm pressing the button and it will not remove the wheel chocks. Let's see if I can do it from the FMC. FS actions. Ground connections. Wheel chocks. It will not let me. Am I doing something that's not allowing me to? Night Wolf. Oh, GPU is still connected? Is it? Oh, yeah, it is. You are very right, my friend. Good catch. Good catch. Yeah, release. It's not, I don't know. Release to me doesn't seem obvious. I feel like it should be like a color. Like, if it's connected, it should be like green or red or something. Okay, that makes sense. So now, there we go.
Parking brakes.
Alright, brakes release. Clear push. No.
Commencing push.
Tail
All
north.
engines clear. Start at will.
Thank you very much. Alright, here we go. We're pushing. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the 777 freighter in the house here in Oakland for a flight to Seattle. Let's do it. Oh, yeah. Godspeed, my friend. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Look at that right there. Looks good. Bro, I never thought I'd see the day. It felt like it took so long. 6 months later, bro, we're finally getting these planes. We're finally getting like the updates we wanted in Microsoft 2024. 6 months later. 6 months. If they had told us that it would take this long before 2024 released, I think most of us would not have bought 2024. I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of us would not have bought 2024 if they had told us it was gonna take this long. Holy. We are not on Beyond ATC. We're on VATSIM today, but we will probably use say intentions if we don't get ATC en route. Look at her. She looks good though. She looks pretty good in 2024. If you guys don't notice, the 777 in real life is actually my favorite airliner as of a few years ago. So I am happy to have the plane in 2024. Still not happy with the whole pricing structure of said company, but you know, we'll bypass that for now and just enjoy what we got in the sim. All right, let's get the engine started, guys. My favorite part of the flight. You know what we forgot to do is turn the beacon lights on. Completely forgot. I'm a bad pilot. I'm a bad pilot. All right, brakes release. We'll start engine, the right engine.
Set parking brake.
Oh, sorry. Brakes set. Clear disconnect. Show us the pin. In the meantime, we'll start up engine number 2 by going into start. Alright, engine 2 is spooling up, N2 is rising. Remind me, chat, because it's been a while since I found the 777. Do I need to wait for a certain N2 in the 777, or can I hit it immediately? Because I honestly don't remember. These are the GE engines, by the way. I think it's instant. I want to say it's instant. Oof, that bass is knocking right now, I ain't gonna lie to you. That bass is knocking. Beating the trunk up. Here we go. Auto start. Got it. Oh, you're right. Yeah. So I can do it immediately then. Cool. Yacht is right. Chat, rate that engine to start out of 10. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. We'll start engine number 2 here. Firing up engine 2. Should we go to the outside view for engine 2? Let's do the outside view for engine 2. Did they... Alice, help me out. You've been flying this plane more than I have. Is that better than the previous? Like, I don't remember it sounding that good. I do not remember it sounding that good. I really don't. Like, I want to, like, hate on it, but I can't because I actually like it. I do. All right. Good start on 2. Clear on 1. Starting 1. We can do it instantly. Beautiful. Starting 2. Let's go outside. Yeah, I think they snuck an engine sound update in this plane. It's definitely more dramatic and bassy and beefy from the inside view on startup, but can't hate too much on the outside one. I feel like the outside one needs a bit more to it, but the inside startup, oh, whew. I need to go back and check out the other 777 after this and see if the other ones got the same update. But man, I see chat, everybody saying it's got to be updated sounds because I don't not remember these sounds sounding this darn good. All right, as we saw, auto start is good. Everything's up to norm. We got to go start on engine 1 and 2. They're saying we need to set up brakes for some reason, so let's do that again. AP is gonna come off though. AP, please set brakes immediately. They're on. Why does it think my brakes are not on? Alright, we'll just do that. Auto brake. RTO. Good. Like to see. Flight control check. So
Unlocking gear.
Alright, sweet, they're doing their thing. Alright, we're using the Thrustmaster TCA yoke as per usual, guys. Do a flight control check. Back, center, forward, center. I know a lot of people have issues with controls in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, so it's very important to actually test those as our rudder pedals. Those are working.
Disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Flap set to 5.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Transponder TARA. I believe that's set. Man, I ain't gonna hold you, man. That sound surprised me. It really did. Alright, we'll wait for the flag, and we'll flash the taxi lights, and we'll be ready to go. They're updated. They snuck that in there. They didn't make a big deal out of it like I thought they would. Alright, we'll catch you later. Thanks for the push. In real life, they do actually flash the taxi lights at you. Some people do. Some people flash lights at you. Some people wave at you. It depends what they want to do. All right, let's go call for taxi with Mike. If the guy's still here, he is. All right, 12175. We're on 12175. Let's go. Oakland ground. Fedex 116 heavy. Ready to taxi with Mike.
FedEx 116 heavy. Runway 30 taxi via Bravo Whiskey.
30 Bravo Whiskey. Fedex 116. Alright guys, taxi lights on for real this time. Turn off lights on. Brakes release. Roll out. Oh, you know what we gotta do? Oh, you know what we gotta do? We gotta do a roll-by. We got to do the roll-by, chat. Let's do the roll-by. Oh shoot, that's not how you do it. What am I doing? What am I doing? There should be good. I will lock it down. We are in 24, so we do not have chase planes still. It's another add-on we're waiting to come to 2024. Slowly we're getting these add-ons. Slowly we're getting them, but not quite yet. Alright, let's get a quick roll by here, guys. Oh, this is gonna be nice. This is gonna be real nice. Alright, and send it. A little bit of power. Not too much. Alright, Whiskey Bravo. I see Bravo and I see Whiskey. Oh man, that's fast. Alright, we'll try to grab another one later. Let's get to the runway. Alright, flight time about 2 hours starting now. We are using track IR for head tracking. You can't hear the VAT sim controller. Copy that. I'll see if I can fix that. Game is he? Okay. Left is clear. Just wondering if you will get back into Run 8 again.
Radio check.
Recently got into model railroading and refining the interest in trains. Definitely would love to see more videos of Run 8. Yes, absolutely, man. I will definitely be doing more videos and streams of Run 8 in the future. I'm glad you like it. You've taken interest in it. We're on Bravo right now. We'll go all the way down there, and we'll make a left on Whiskey. I'm actually excited to kind of hear what the takeoff sounds like now. I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm excited to hear what the takeoff sounds like.
Radio check.
Oh my god. I cannot taxi. 5x5. He calling me?
Thank you.
I didn't know he was talking to me. I thought it was like some random plane asking for radio check. Alright, man. Do you know how to fix the activation troubleshoots? No, I do not. Sorry, man. Does Blue even look at his TikTok comments? Yes, I do. Looking at this, I'm still more comfortable starting and flying at F-14 in DCS. Yeah, I guess it depends on who you are. I feel like the startup procedure, if you do it realistically in Microsoft or in a regular civil flight sim, is definitely more tricky than in DCS, but everything else you do in DCS is more tricky than everything you do in Microsoft Flight Sim. So I still think DCS is harder to do than regular Flight Sim. Man, what the heck? I can't stay on the center line for nothing today. I might have a little bias towards YouTube chat. Can't lie. I love you guys on TikTok too, but I have a little bias. Hey, Twitch, I love you guys too. Hey, everybody gets love from Blue. All right. All right, can we get one more drive-by before we get to the taxiway? I'm gonna go to showcase mode, reset it, and go down here. Lock that.
Fedex 116 Heavy, calling North Carolina Park 120.9er.
Over to departures, Fedex 116 Heavy. Alright, come on. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. In XP's words, look at that. I think Mikey says that too. Something's weird with the front wheel. Like the front wheel is kind of like sunk into the ground. I'm not sure if it's supposed to try. It's trying to simulate like a deflated wheel, or if it's just like a bug. But the front tires are kind of like under the ground a little bit in the front. Alright, we'll stop here runway 30. We'll stop playing around here. We'll get a little serious as we take off. We'll reset the camera here for our showcase cam. And let's go ahead and switch over to departure, which is going to be our tower today. Thank you, Ann. Hey, man, thanks for the ATC. And we'll get 133.905.
You're welcome. .9 and not 123.905.
You said 123.9. 123.9er?
120.9er.
Oh, copy. 120.9er. Thank you. Huh, I don't see that on my thing, but we'll go what he said. 120.9er. Switch over. And I believe we are all ready and set to go. Alright, let's get it. Who are we again? Fedex. Fedex 116 holding short runway 30, rated for departure.
FedEx 116 Heavy, NorCal departure. Good afternoon. Did you want a bay tour today?
I would like some cookies. No, what'd you say?
Do you want a bay tour today?
I'll take it, man. Give me what you got. I also want cookies for the X116 Heavy.
Alright, FedEx 116 Heavy. Fly runway heading and maintain 3000. Runway 30, clear for takeoff.
Alright, runway heading 3000. Clear for takeoff, runway 30. FedEx 116 Heavy. Alright, yeah, I think I just made his day.
Frontier 1229, you ready to contact the altitude?
Oh my god. Alright, land lights on, chat. Airplane mode is in the chat for takeoff.
Frontier 1229, climb under 6 to the flight level 190.
Strobe lights on. Good, good. Let's get it. Look at the Bay Area tour today. Sweet. That's cool. That sounds cool. What's up, D Motley? Welcome to the stream, man. I know. Where did cookies come from, right? I do want cookies. Oh, look at that lineup. Whew. Checklist. Oh, I forgot this plane had a checklist. Anyways, all right, we're on the runway. Turn on started, and we're clear for takeoff. Let's get it.
Frontier 1229 to your left, direct Seagull.
All right, we're rolling airspeeds live, 80 knots. Throttle hold set. Oh, we're heavy.
V1.
Rotate. Eventually. Positive rate, gear up.
Southwest 2093, runway 178, taxi via Yankee Alpha.
Out of
FedEx 116 Heavy, you are radar contact to altitude.
1,500 for 3,000, FedEx 116 Heavy.
FedEx 116 Heavy, climb maintain 3000.
I'm maintaining 3,000, FedEx 116 Heavy. Where's my heading at? Here? There it is. Alright, flaps up. What is going on? Oh, I know why. Stupid. There we go. Oh, look at this. Bro, the smoky Bay Area right now is looking nice. That looks so sick.
FedEx 116 Heavy, turn left, heading 270 for the tour.
Left 270, FedEx 116 Heavy. Going on a tour, chat. Wasn't expecting this. Oh, this is cool. This is really cool. There's San Francisco right there. I believe San Francisco got a refresh, am I correct? In the latest Microsoft 24 Sim or World update or City update for the US.
Country Flight 1229, Oakland's offline. Your radar service is terminated. Frequency change approved. Good afternoon.
Wow. Wow. There's the Bay Bridge. A marina down there.
Dynasty 31 Kilo Ave, NorCal, you 5x5.
Oh, that's so cool. Alcatraz. And the Golden Gate Bridge. Wow,
Fedex
wow.
116 Heavy, turn right, direct to Deadhead.
Right, direct, deadhead. Fedex 116 Heavy.
Fedex 116 Heavy at your discretion. Climb, maintain flight level 190. Hope you enjoyed the tour.
Oh, it was amazing. Thanks, man. At my discretion, up to 190. Fedex 116 Heavy. Alright, for direct deadhead, which is here. Execute that, and up to 19,000 feet. That was cool. I've never done that before. We gotta fly to Oakland more often if they're giving out tours.
Southwest 2993, runway 179, clear for takeoff.
Alright, do that. Flight level change. Cycle back to VNAV and LNAV on. Aircraft should start flying its way to where we're going. Back outside. Bro, just look at this scenery. Oh crap. I didn't even do that. You saw your health, Motley? That's sick. Oh, that's a screenshot. Grab it. Grab it. I love this game. I'm not gonna lie. This is the stuff that keeps you coming back to Flight Sim. This right here is the stuff that keeps you coming back to Flight Sim. After all of the struggles with controls, crash to desktops, low FPS, reinstalling the sim. I mean, you name it, all the issues we all have. I know if I ask you, chat, everybody's probably had a problem or issue with their flight sim at some point. But this right here is the reason why we do it.
Southwest 2993, radar contact, say altitude. Southwest 2993, climb and maintain flight level 190.
And the sounds are definitely different than I remember. Yeah, GEs are definitely loud. It's a loud engine for sure. Alright, we're heading northbound from San Francisco to Seattle. The scenery is only going to get better on this flight. Wilson!
2093, clear direct Shafter.
Alright, I'm going to bring the sim audio down a little bit.
Heavy, Oakland Center is offline. Your radar services are terminated, and your frequency change is approved. Have a go on Blue with you.
Frequency change approved. Thank you, man. Have a good day. Fedex 116 Heavy. See ya. We're on VATSIM today, Jaquez, but I'm glad you asked because...
Special aircraft, Oakland, or NorCal approach is going to close now, and we're going to go cry in bed. We'll see you guys.
Now that ATC is offline, at least for us, as we climb out of their airspace, we're gonna try to use say intentions to continue our flight onto center. And that's the cool thing about say intentions is that you can actually do that. You can use VATSIM, then you can switch over to say intentions. Say intentions will detect that you had a flight plan on VATSIM and pick up your flight from where you left off. So we'll see if that actually works today. It should. It usually does work for me. So let me go ahead and grab say intentions and open that up. Where is it at? There it is. Flight Sim Expo Oakland win. And you know what? I wouldn't mind having Flight Sim Expo in Oakland. That'd be pretty cool. Yep, I do have a pretty monster PC. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And it's needed, man. I use
Arriving and departing runways 29
Hold on a second.
20. Advise on initial contact. You have information hotel.
Hold on.
Truckee, information hotel. 0150 Zulu. Wind 215 at 11. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, clear. Temperature
So
16.
the way you do it, for those people who do have...
Altimeter 3018. Density act. You have information Victor.
I'm trying to figure out what...
Salinas Municipal Airport, information Victor. 0153 Zulu. Wind 265 at 12. Visibility 10. Sky conditions, clear.
Why does it think I'm on...
Temperature 19er. Dew point 10.
Alright, let's close that. It thinks for some reason that I'm on a C... I'm on an ATIS frequency for somebody? I don't know. I'll go with 122.8 first. But basically the way it's supposed to work, if you're going from VATSIM to say intentions, is you basically put your radio in 1228, which is the default, Unicom frequency for VATSIM. And then what say intentions will actually detect. Why is it my flaps not up? I was wondering why we're getting that not speeding up. That makes sense now. Alright, I'm gonna continue up to 36,000 here. But yeah, so you set it to Unicom, and then say intentions would detect that you're on Unicom and you have a flight plan. It'll basically do a frequency change and ask for radar contact and stuff like that, and it'll continue your flight to your destination, wherever that may be. Why can't I select 100 feet? I'll do like that's fine. Yep, not creepy at all. What's up, Scotty D? Welcome to the stream, man. Anthony, good to see you, man. Dre's, Mr. Makeup. Okay, yep. Welcome to the stream, good to see you. Oh, this sim is gorgeous. Alright, let's try it again. And see if we can get it to work here. Let's try it again. I think it's worth trying. I think it's worth trying. That was cool, man. That was really cool departure. I've never gotten the tour out of Oakland.
Ion Victor.
Bonanza 5 Oscar Echo Heavy, contact
Zulu.
Oakland Center on 127.8.
Visibility 10. Sky
I'm gonna turn it down while I figure it out.
Temperature 19er.
Let's turn it down while I figure it out.
Density altitude 400.
Let's see.
Arriving and departing runways 2631.
Set up our new flights.
Advise on initial contact.
We are
Information
Fedex.
Salinas Municipal Airport, information Victor. 0153 Zulu. Wind 265 at 12.
We're in a Boeing.
Sky conditions, clear. Temperature 19er. Dew point 10. Altimeter 3007.
And aircraft ICAO is B277 Lima.
Arriving and departing.
See if that makes a difference. We need a new flight.
Advise on initial contact. You have
I'm using the RTX 4090 in NC.
Salinas Municipal Airport. Information Victor.
RTX 4090.
Fedex 116 Heavy, contact Oakland Center on 132.95.
Sky conditions.
It just did it. 132.95, FedEx 116 Heavy. I don't know why it thinks I'm on a...
Altimeter 3007. Density altitude 4.
Well, it's working now, but for some reason it thinks that we're tuned into an ATIS somewhere.
Advise on initial contact. You have
Oakland Center, FedEx 116 Heavy is passing flight level 230-4360.
information Victor. Salinas Municipal Airport. Information Victor.
FedEx 116 Heavy, Oakland Center, roger, continue climb to flight level 360.
Continue climb to flight level 360, FedEx 116 Heavy.
Visibility
Oh, it's working, but for some reason, like, I got this overlay.
3 miles west of Lake Sky Park Airport at flight level 220. Beckaville altimeter 29.9.
I got this overlay of
clear direct Red Bluff.
Density altitude 40.
Clear direct Red Bluff, FedEx 116 Heavy. Bro, what? Where's that coming from?
Advise on initial contact. You have
Pilatus
information.
96 Tango descend and maintain 2000.
Truckee, information.
Okay, I got rid of it. It was coming out of our right VHF. I just turned the VHF off. I fixed it. Thank God. Oh my God, that was annoying. It was COM2. That's what it was. But no matter what I changed COM2 to, no matter what frequency I changed to, it still did it. All right, so let's check on our plane. So we're on throttle ref. So VNAV is working. LNAV is working. We're passing 25,000 feet for 360. He's cleared us direct to Red Bluff UR, which we're already going to, so that's fine. So the transition from VATSIM to AI ATC was actually very smooth, minus the ATC. Sorry, the ATIS on COM2. So that's working. So now all the voices you hear right now is say intentions AI ATC. Now TikTok, I understand you guys for some reason cannot hear the AI or any of the ATC. I'm not sure why that is. That might be why right there. We'll see. Let me know if you can hear it now or not. By the way, we're up though. And we are showing about 1 hour and 11 minutes out from Seattle as we depart, flying over Sacramento as we speak. In the new PMDG 777 freighter. What's funny is, like, I know a lot of you guys have had or have been seeing or been flying the 777 from PMDG for a long time. You know, it came out back in December, so it's 6 months later we're finally getting this aircraft on Microsoft 2024. But for me, I just bought this plane literally hours ago. I didn't own it in 2020 because I knew I didn't want to fly it in 2020. Like, this has been my mindset, and I might be wrong for this. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong for this. It's ever since 2024 came out, like, I had been so, like, I don't know, just so gung-ho on 2024. I'm like, yeah, I don't want anybody to support 2020. Let's all just move on to 2024. But
Trinidad 0 Delta X-ray contact NorCal approach on 127.4.
I completely understand that 2024 up to this point has not been a stable platform, which is why, honestly, most people, at least in the airliner flight sim community, have been sticking with 2020 because all the good airliners are on 2020, and 2020 has been the more stable and really better sim, which is true. And for that reason, I get it. It was annoying me that people kept releasing aircraft for 2020 exclusively. If they do both, okay, that's cool. Like, INI bills drop for 2020 and 2024. I'm like, all right, cool. I can get with that. But PMDG dropped their 777 freighter right after 24 came out, exclusively for 2020. I think somebody else released something exclusively for 2020 right after 24 came out. I can't remember what it was. There's a bug where the ATIS will automatically tune in certain parts of the world. Look at that wing flex. Holy. Happens a lot on the US West Coast. Salinas ATIS. Just turn off radio 2 and you won't hear it at least. Gotcha, thank you, man. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah, they gotta fix that. They gotta fix that. They got to fix that. I need Just Flight to update the BAE 146. I'm pretty sure it's coming. They just updated the other one. I can't keep track of all the BAEs that Just Flight's making, Sherwin. But didn't they just update one of them for 2024? And I know they just updated the Just Flight Piper series, which I'm loving. I don't think I did a stream of Flight Sim last week. No, I didn't. But I'm be honest with you guys, I have been enjoying the heck out of Flight Sim this past month or so. I really have. Like, all the GA flying, all the business jet flying, it's been so much fun to me. I've been using Sim Update 2 in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, and it's been running beautifully smooth. Now, I'm gonna tell you the downside of that. Just a couple days ago, we got Sim Update 2 stable, right? We've had the beta for months. I've been on the beta for months. Oh, that's the RJ Sherwin. Okay, gotcha. I've had the beta for months, and it's been working great. It's been the smoothest experience I have personally had on 2024 since release. But then Sim Update 2 the stable version came out a few days ago, right? And for some reason, I'm getting crashed desktops now. I'm getting like GPU errors and all kind of crazy stuff. And I'm like, what the heck? Like everything was working perfectly for me, and all of a sudden now it doesn't. I couldn't even complete a flight up until like this morning. This is the first flight attempt. This is gonna be. So I'm a little nervous because this is actually going to be my first full flight attempt in the new Sim Update 2 stable. I'm not on beta anymore. I'm just on regular Sim Update 2. Saibao, I don't know how to say your name, but yes, I can see your chat. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Be good though. Be nice. And so I had an issue earlier today. I posted it on my Twitter and I posted it on my YouTube post. Some of you guys may have saw it. I had this really weird GPU error and I couldn't do anything. I would open up the sim, I would load into a plane, and I just sit there and I get this error and it would crash my sim automatically. And so anyways, I think this flight will honestly kind of be the test on whether or not that's fully fixed, but I think it's fixed. And all I had to do was basically do an update to my GPU driver, but not just a regular update to my GPU driver. I had to do a clean reinstall of my GPU update, if that makes sense. Like whenever you're updating your NVIDIA, I have an NVIDIA, so when you're updating NVIDIA, there's an option to do a clean update or clean install versus just a regular update. So I did the clean install, and it seems like that's fixed it because I've not had that error come up anymore. So if you're having that issue, if you saw my post on Twitter or on YouTube posts and you're having the same issue, try that. It should help you. Now I know other people are having other issues with the sim, which is a whole nother thing, and I have no idea why. They're having. At the end of the day, right now, a lot of people are having a good experience or a horrible experience with Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. Sherwin, you moved to Sim Update 3 beta, and it's the best 2024 has been so far, aside from a couple quirks. Really? See, what's funny is I've had the beta for Sim Update 2 because my thought process of getting into the betas, because back in 2020 I refused to get into betas. I was like, no, I'm not doing beta. I don't want to be a guinea pig. I want to fly a working, stable sim. And so I always kind of opted out of doing betas up until Sim Update 1. I was like, how? Because Microsoft Flight Sim 24 was so bad this first 4 or 5 months, right? It was so bad. Come on, can you agree? It was so bad that I was like, how much worse could it be, right? They're trying to fix it. I'm just going to do the beta. It can't get any worse than what it is right now. So I did the beta, and it was better. I thought the betas have been better than the stable versions. Now, I did opt out of Sim Update Beta 3. Y'all still with me? I did opt out of Beta 3 because I heard of some performance issues that people were having, and I thought that Sim Update 2, because of the beta that I was in, was the most stable experience that I have personally had so far. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stick with that. I know it works. Let's just go with that. When Beta 3 is done, I'll update to that. But right now I'm gonna stick with the normal Sim Update 2. I think I'm gonna skip out on Beta 3. I know it has some good stuff. Like, for example, if you guys don't know, Sim Update 3 is gonna come with the ability to download basically everything. I know a lot of people.
Climb and maintain flight level 340.
Climb and maintain flight level 340. Fedex 116 heavy. I thought we already had that.
Flight level 340 southwest 915.
Yeah, we're at 36, so we're good. We're doing Mach 8.3. Sheesh, we moving out here. I like it. All right, how we looking? Step 380. Oh, we have step climbs. Okay. Okay, I think we don't even need them, but sure. How do I see? I guess VNav is the progress page, right? Where's the progress? Oh, his progress. Okay, gotcha. Alright, cool. We're good. We're looking good, guys. Just enjoying the sunset over the west coast right now. The silent majority. I joined Beta 3, downloaded all the world updates and assets, reverted back to Sim Update 2, and it has made... Oh, that is a... I like the way you're thinking. Bruh, so he... Okay, wow. That's crazy. Craig says the new NVIDIA driver has been released. Is that the same one I downloaded earlier today? I don't know. Back to silent majority. That's a loophole right there, man. So he went to Sim Update 3 beta, downloaded basically everything, and then opted back to Sim Update 2. So he still has all the data on his physical hard drive, and he's saying it's a smoother experience. That's what I'm hearing from most people who use Sim Update 3, is that people who are downloading like the content rather than streaming it are having much better performance, much better experience. So I don't know, we'll see. I've been really struggling with space. I've been struggling with space. So I don't know. Streaming has not been that bad for me, as you see in the stream. It's been working pretty well. It's been pretty smooth for the most part. So I mean, I think it's better for those who may have not as good internet or experiencing long load times. I'm not personally experiencing long load times, so for me, if it ain't broke, why should I fix it? I might download a plane or two, or something like that, but I don't know. We'll see. I may change my mind as we get closer to some update 3.
1596, flight level 290.
576.40 is the best of the latest. What is that, Ben Ponce? Do not upgrade to the latest driver. It's thanks to 2024. So why are you saying not to update to the latest driver? I thought that the Microsoft themselves were saying that if you're using Sim Update 2 or later, that they recommend you update to the latest driver. Is that what are you saying for 2020 people? What can you explain a little bit? What's up, user 6648845052810? Welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. This is the Boeing 777F. This is the freighter. Basically a 200 with cargo on the inside. We're still flying. We're about to pass over Redding, California here in just a little bit, on our way to Seattle. Yep, common spelling. Yep.
Roger.
Another driver has come out since Sim Update 3 beta dropped. Again, I just did my NVIDIA update like today, like hours ago. I'm gonna check which one I have. Hope this doesn't crash my PC. How do I know which one I have? I am on let me see. Oh, it does say update available. Ooh, I'm scared. I'm good, bro. It's working. I'm not updating it. Last time I did a NVIDIA update, it broke everything. I'm good. Yeah, so it says the next version update is 576. Is that what you said in chat? 576.52. It was released today. There was another update earlier today that I did. How do I see what my actual NVIDIA version is? I don't want to update. How do I see what my actual version is? You switched back to 57640 and pulled over 100 FPS. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know what version I am. I just know I have not updated in the last like 3 hours. I think I want to say it's around 6 hours, 8 hours ago that I updated my NVIDIA driver. And there was a new update at that time. Yeah, I've been noticing that, man. What's going on at NVIDIA, bro? NVIDIA has been really dropping the ball, like with these NVIDIA updates. There's been so many updates that have been like NVIDIA probably broke my PC for a couple months a while back. I was getting so many crashes. It was horrible. Key, we're flying to Seattle, man. We're flying to Seattle. Lock Cotton says the Falcon 900 is the best plane. Give it a try. Where do I get access to that? Where can I fly a Falcon 900? I don't even know what that looks like. I do want to fly the Falcon 8X. I saw news on the Falcon 8X for X-Plane. I'm excited for that. But Falcon 900, what is that? Let me look it up. It looks a lot like the Falcon 8. Is that a later version than the 8? F900, interesting. We took off from Oakland, California. NVIDIA has been the cause of a lot of issues lately with crashes and stuttering. Yeah, they have. I don't know what's going on at NVIDIA, man. I guess they're trying to improve something. I don't know. I don't understand any of these updates. They never really tell you what they've done, or why the updates are coming out. But yeah, so before, I want to say, when was it? Before like last week, I was kind of on like a streak of just not updating my NVIDIA. And one thing I like about NVIDIA though is that you don't have to. You're not forced to update your NVIDIA driver. You can stay on your current version. You can even downgrade. That's one thing that Microsoft sadly does not allow you to do that I wish Microsoft would allow you to do. I wish the Microsoft Flight Sim would allow you to just like opt out of updating. Kind of like right now, how some of us have decided that we want to try Sim Update 3, and some of us are like, nah, I'm gonna stick with Sim Update 2. Like, I wish we could just stick with a version and just use the one that works best for us, because for some people Sim Update 3 is better for them, and for some other people it might be worse at the time, right? So the option to be able to not update, or at least wait out, because sometimes an update comes out at first and it's like it breaks stuff. So why not stick with the stable one that you're rocking with right now, and then later on, as it progresses, as it gets better, as the bugs get fixed, you can then update. That's what happens on X-Plane. X-Plane, when X-Plane has an update, you're not forced most of the time. There's a few times I've seen where it's like, hey, you need to update the sim, but most of the time you're not forced to update X-Plane. You can just kind of like update whenever you want, and you can kind of wait for it to improve. And they have very frequent updates too. So there's a disgruntled passenger aboard. That's why you need to divert. There's no passengers on this plane, unless you're talking about the. There is potentially an animal in the back of our cargo. But yeah, there's no passengers on this plane today. What's up, Aaron Easley? Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're having a good day, man. I really do hope you're having a good day, a good week. Sim Update 3 is instant crash to desktop for you. That's what I'm talking about right there. Chicago pilot. So for some people it's working great, for some others it's just not. It's just not. Again, Sim Update 2 for me, since the beta, I just noticed my lights are still on, has been working great, and I just want a sim that works. Like, you can keep your updates and all that, unless it's something that I feel like I absolutely need. I don't feel like I need to always have it up to date. As long as everything's working, I'm like, it's good. Now, if there's issues that require me to update, then okay, maybe I'll update then. But I don't want to have to be forced to update. All right, I think we're good now. All right, beautiful. She's flying nicely though. She's flying nice. Flying real nice. We are flying, I believe, real time. So the sun will most likely be down before or right before we get to Seattle. I'm hoping it takes a little longer because I want to enjoy the view for a bit before it gets dark. The 900 is an earlier version. Your current plane you fly for a living, it's a beast. Oh, that's cool. You know what? I do like Falcons, and I love business jets. So yeah, I'm 100% down to fly the Falcon someday. Hopefully somebody will bring the Falcon to Microsoft Flight Sim or X-Plane in the near future. Let's take a cabin tour, guys. Let's head to the back. What's up, El Zamudio? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Alright, so we'll go back behind this curtain. And I don't think the toilets work in this plane. PMDG, come on, guys. We gotta step it up. We need flushable toilets. Come on. We gotta do it. We need flushable toilets. Come on, PMDG. What are you waiting for? Come on. Oh, man. I'm gonna pick on every developer from now on. If you don't have flushable toilets, yeah, then you lose a point on your review. Okay, well, this is like the crew area. So this is where like your loadmaster will sit. Anybody, your any engineers or like maintenance people who ride along with the flight, extra pilots, things like that. From what I understand, you don't often have. I think it depends on the airline.
Heavy contact Oakland Center on 134.975.
134.975, FedEx 116 Heavy. And
Longitude 2 Papa Bravo, climb and maintain.
Oakland Center, FedEx 116 Heavy, flight level 360.
FedEx 116 Heavy, Oakland Center, good evening.
Alright, sweet. Look at that mountain right there. Yeah, i9 Builds is a good developer, man. They are. They're one of the better developers currently for Microsoft Flight Sim. We need to head back to Oakland. They're saying that you lost your luggage. Again, I think you're talking about the wrong plane. This is a cargo plane, so we don't deal with passengers. I think you might want to call the airline to help you with that. All right, let's go back and check out the our cargo. Check on the cargo. Make sure nothing's moved around back here. Oh, yeah, we're packed full today. Are packed full. So there's all the boxes. all of your packages, all of your PC parts. What's back here, Chad? What do you think? What do you think's back here? Got PC parts. You got cookies. I don't know. Probably kitchen appliances. Who knows, man? All kind of stuff. I'm always curious though when I see a cargo plane. I think that's why I'm intrigued by cargo planes, because you just never know what they're carrying. Because sometimes it could be just a bunch of boxes. Sometimes it could be cars. It could be aircraft parts. It could be animals in the back of here, like elephants and tigers. Check that out. That's sick. Ben Ponce, you're about to take the A350 from Madrid to Dublin and then LAX. That's a nice little trip, man. What airline are you doing that with?
Southwest 75, contact NorCal approach on 125.
Try to avoid turbulence. Your flat screens back here. I'll do my best, bro. I hope they bubble wrapped it. Yorkshire T. Hope they bubble wrapped it, man. Yeah, there's definitely a bunch of TVs back here for sure. Virgin. Oh, nice. Very nice. Yeah, I love the A350, man. I really enjoy flying the A350. Look at that. They got chocks on there. It's a nice little old school classic car. Man, they really did it. They really did model a British car. Alright, my next challenge for PMDG is turn this 3D model into a drivable sim object on in Microsoft Flight Sim. I've been on like a journey of doing just weird things in Microsoft Flight Sim 24. Like, obviously there's a walk around mode, right? There's also a few vehicles you can buy now, free and paid vehicles you can buy from the store. You can drive around the Microsoft 24 world. There's also some really fun boats as well that you can buy or get for free on Microsoft 24 and 2020, but it's more fun on 24. What kind of car is this? They still have the ULR to release. Yeah, I can care less, to be honest with you about that. I'll be honest, man. I know they're trying to do all the variants, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I could care less about a ULR. We got all the versions that I care about and I need. Like, what's special about the ULR? I know ULR means ultra long range, but like, are they gonna charge us another $70? Almost $80 for the ULR variant? Like, bro, if they do that, I'm done with PMDG.
King Air 3 Alpha Mike, climb and maintain flight level 290.
You can squeeze the ULR range out of the 900 if you don't load it heavy. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, bro. You can do the longest flight in the world. The 900. I've not done it. I can't lie. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't do it yet. I was gonna do it. Like Singapore to JFK, I think is one of the longest routes you can fly in the A350. And the 350 actually has a special variant just for that longer flight. The normal 900 I don't think flies it. But if you load the plane correctly, like if you don't have a full load, you fly fairly light, you can make that flight happen. Yep, there you go, Singapore JFK. So, and then also, I mean, outside of doing a flight like that one time, like, do we really need that extra range in a flight sim? You know, I know there's a few people, like Cass. I don't think he's here right now, but one of the simmers that I know, his name is Cass. He loves doing long hauls. A person like him, he's gonna stretch any long haul aircraft to actually get its max range. But most of us are just doing 2, 3, 4 hour flights. Now, you might do a long haul every once in a while, right? Like me, I do long hauls every once in a while, but I'm not sitting here doing 16, 18 hour flights every time. Hey, can I click on this stuff? I can. Okay, we got some stuff to play with. Hold on. Shut that door. The nets can be modeled better. Let me see. I mean, yeah, they could. Well, you know what? Actually, what they could do, and this is why I know that this. Well, this is not why I know. My opinion after flying this plane for the first time is that this is basically a Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 plane that is just happens to be compatible with 24. I know they've made a few changes here and there to make it better compatible with 24, but it's not like a full-on, like, you know how like I Builds has their premium, they have compatible scenery, then they have premium scenery, and then they have enhanced, whatever that means. And their compatible just means, hey, this is a 2020 scenery that works in 24. The premium means that this is a 2024 native scenery using all of the 2024 new tech, right? There's some things, most of us normal simmers don't really know what that means, but there's stuff in the background that 24 does that unlocks more capabilities in 2024. And so you can either use those or you cannot use those. And I think that PMDG, I'm not discounting what they've done, but I'm just saying that I don't think that they really have used 2024 to the potential that 2024 can be used. I just think that they made this plane work in 2024, which is fine. The plane worked great in 2020, so it's going to work great in 24. But my point is, we were talking about nets. One of the new things in 2024 is the soft, what's it called? It's like the fabric physics or something like that. Like you guys have seen like the hot air balloons where like it deflates and like it does it kind of realistically, like it falls realistically. There's also in the, I know many of you guys probably don't fly helicopters, but there is like new mesh, this was called mesh physics. So when you're doing like a carrying a box, for example, or in a helicopter, there's a net sometimes that you're carrying. If you drop that net, the net actually kind of like meshes correctly. Now they could have done that here. I don't think they needed to do that. I don't think that this is an area where that's really necessary to do that level of detail. It's just a bunch of boxes. These boxes never move, so there's really no reason to ever show the mesh changing. So it doesn't bother me. And plus, most of the time you don't really get that close to these boxes and nets anyway. So the net don't bother me. I get it. Yeah, they could have done better, but you know, some areas you do have to lower the detail to make room for higher detail in other areas. That's just kind of part of optimization. But anyways, I wanted to play with this guy. Let's see. I can't click on that. Main deck cargo door control. Okay, I probably shouldn't click on these buttons right now. This is the main cargo door. Turbine Studio, welcome to the stream, man. Do I prefer the new sounds? Yes, 100% prefer new sounds. We were all caught by surprise at the start of this stream when we got the engine started up. We didn't even know that there were new sounds. So the new sounds in the 777 sound really nice. I love the clicking sounds in the cockpit, but I also like the engine startup sounds, spool up sounds, things like that. Really good. All right, what's this? Is this fuel or is that oxygen?
Center, this is Diamond.
Waste. Oh, that's waste. And water. So, all right, so we're good on that. I doubt this goes up or down. What plane is that, chat? That simulates the waste. Is it the FS Labs? There's a plane that simulates this, like the waste in the aircraft. I can't remember which one it is. Maybe you guys remember.
1 second for that clearance.
Yes, Toby, there is new sounds. Yes. There's new sounds. Alright, cabin temp. We'll leave it on cold. Sidewall, so these are lighting. That's cool. Exterior camera. That's cool. Alright, let's go check on our flight. Back to the flight deck. I'm getting pretty good performance though. In the 777 freighter in Microsoft 24. Like it's very smooth. I'm not sure if that's really translating through the stream because I'm using my mouse to look around and my mouse is not that smooth. But I'm getting really good performance. Really good performance. Is the 777 freighter worth the price? Honestly, yes. That's my honest opinion. And I'm the person who likes to complain about prices. The 777 freighter is only going for $50-something. And I think that is worth it. I think that's what all the planes should be priced at, to be honest with you. To be completely honest, I think they're all worth $50. I do still wish you should get some sort of discount if you own the 777-200 specifically, because this is a 200. This is a 200. So I think if you own a 200, you should. You're not going to. I'm not saying you will. I'm just saying I wish they would give loyalty discounts for owning other planes in the family. Now, CJ, welcome to the stream, man. I should do London to Sydney. That's actually a good flight. Have I done that before? I don't think I've done it before. I don't think I've done that flight before. Look at the wing flex, guys. Yeah, sorry, CJ, if I didn't see your comment earlier, man. Oh yeah, look at that. Man, I think it's flexing hard. It's like up there. Yeah, I love freight ops, man. Turbine Studio, aren't you the one that makes like the sound packs for all the planes and stuff? I feel like we're like nosing up. Let me check on my flight here. No, I guess that's how it flies. I assume that's how it is. The reflection on the wing is oof. Let me see. Which one? What's up, Noah Aviation? Welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, sorry, TikTok. I've been so busy looking at the cargo bay. I wasn't looking at chat.
Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved.
Climb and maintain flight level 290.
Alright, say hi, chat. He's waving at you. Look how bent it is. It reminds me of the 787, how bent they are. Yeah, I don't know if that's right, honestly. That's kind of too harsh. If you look at it from here, look how harsh that bend is. You can kind of see exactly where the bend point is right here. But I'm not an expert. I don't know. I'm just pointing out what I see. But the thing about the 777 versus the 737 is that the flex is a bit larger. That makes sense. Like only like the tip per se of the 737 wing really flexes. Because there's so much weight though on this thing, it's a bit more exaggerated there. But it looks, the textures look good. At least that's what I think. Is the Dash 200 or 300 worth it? So here's the thing. Okay, let me go ahead and explain my thought. What's up, Noah? We're headed to Seattle. We took off out of Oakland. We're headed to Seattle. But my thoughts on the PMDG aircraft and what's worth it, what's not worth it, in my opinion. I'll tell you what I think. All right, you guys can feel how you feel. So, because of the order that it was released, if you bought the 777-300, which was the first 777 they released, I don't think it's worth it to buy the 200 because you don't get any discount. It costs the same price, and you basically pay for the whole plane again. So I don't personally think it's worth it. But a lot of people and a lot of you have already bought it because you just want a 200, right? So now, if basically what I'm saying is that I wish that they would give us a loyalty discount. I wish that if you own the 300, you get a discount on the 200 and the freighter. If you own a 200, you get a discount on the 300 and the freighter. That's the way I think it should work, because they're all using many of the same assets. Yes, I understand they all took time to make and blah blah blah, whatever. But it's from a consumer, from our side of things, there are three very similar aircraft. The freighter is the biggest difference in my opinion. Now the 777-300 costs $77. The 777-200 also costs another $77. The freighter costs $54 or $55. If you don't own any of the planes, I think that all of those prices are worth it. I think that the 200 is worth the $77 they're asking for if you don't own a 777 from PMDG. I think the 300 is in the same boat. If you don't own a 777 and you're buying a 300 for the first time, I think the 77 is worth it. It is a great high fidelity aircraft. It's darn near a study level, if it's not study level. And the freighter in the same boat. But my only beef with the pricing is that if you already own one of them, you don't get a discount on the others. So if you already own the 300, I don't think the 200 is worth it. But if you don't own it, then yes, I do think it's worth it. Does that make sense? Am I clear enough on that, chat? Yes, these are GE90s on this beautiful Fedex 777.
Squawk VFR, frequency change approved, good day.
Yeah, for sure, Glucose. For sure, man. 200 is better because of Battleship Gray and bare metal American Airlines liveries. Well, I mean, are you really saying which plane is better based on the liveries that are available? I mean, could you not put a Battleship livery on the 777-300, which probably exists already? Somebody in the community probably made that for free. So I don't know. I don't base an aircraft based on how, like, what liveries it comes with. Now, obviously, I know a lot of people, including me, like to have the correct aircraft and the correct livery variant combination, right? So, like, you know, in some cases, some airlines only fly the 200, some airlines only fly the 300, right? And so I get that. But if we were to start all over again and I didn't have any of the 777s, I would personally buy the 200 ER. You get the 3 engine variants, and you get a ton of liveries, because in the real world, the 777-200 is flown by a ton of airlines. And then I'd probably buy the 777 freighter, and I probably would not buy the 300. Not that the 300 is not good, it's just that I prefer the 200 at the end of the day, personally. That's just me, though. That's my personal opinion, guys. I guess I'll stick with the P3D 777s. I bought the PMDG 737s from MSFS a while back, and they came out more than the P3D variant. Gotcha. Do I fly the whole time, or do I speed up to arrival? No, I fly full flights. Yeah, I don't speed up time. So we are, at the moment, today's flight was expected to be 2 hours long, and we have 37 minutes left in our flight. We're currently flying over Oregon. Any American Truck Sim fans in the chat? I don't know, whenever I think about the Pacific Northwest and the West Coast, I always think about American Truck Sim. I spent a lot of time in that game, driving around on the ground around these exact same cities and states in the U.S. And whenever I fly over them in Flight Sim, it's just kind of like a merge between two different simulators. But anyways, yeah, we're currently flying over Oregon, and we're about 35 minutes away from Seattle, Tacoma. So we're gonna have to start looking and thinking about our arrival and descent here in a little bit. Matter of fact, let's go ahead before I get too distracted. Let's just kind of set our bottom altitude, which is gonna be right before vector 6,000. So we'll set our altitude at 6,000 feet. VNAV is already on, so once we reach our top of descent, which is this green text right here, the aircraft will descend on its own. We are going to want to check our flight plan and the altitudes to make sure our VNAV is going to follow the correct VNAV path. Because I could have missed something in the altitude, so I have to make sure we check that too. Matter of fact, maybe we just do that now, right? Now that I'm thinking about it, like I said, I get distracted pretty easily. You guys ask some really good questions. You ask some very good questions and bring up some good topics, and sometimes I just get really into the chat and I forget we're flying a plane. Did I try the Flight Factor 777? Yes. The Flight Factor 777 is the best 777. Matter of fact, it's the best. Yeah, the Flight Factor 777 chat, and I say this right now with confidence. The Flight Factor 777 on X-Plane 12 is the absolute best simulated airliner ever in Flight Sim. That's my opinion. But I truly believe that. But yeah, it's good. It's a great plane. Very good plane. I don't fly it enough, to be honest. I don't fly it enough. I don't know. Whenever I fly... It's funny. I like the 777, the Flight Factor better, but I like PMDG because it's in Microsoft. I just wish Flight Factor was in Microsoft, but that's not going to happen. All right, let's kind of brief our descent and all that really quickly to make sure everything's working here. I'm going to run through it with my charts on the other screen, and then I'll get back in the chat. So I'm looking away from the chat from right now, guys. So if you have any questions, please hold them for a little bit as we look through the arrival. So we're doing the Hawks 8 RNAV arrival via something. Let's see. Our first altitude restriction is at Battleground, which is here on your screen here. We have to be at or above flight level 240. That's why it says 240A, which means above 240. After that, we have P-Terra at 22,000, at or above that. That's why the A is there. After that, we'll continue to The next altitude restriction or altitude suggestion, I guess, is Hawks, which is at 12,000, at or above 12,000. That is in the FMS, and a max speed of 270 knots, or at 270 knots. That's also at or above. So far everything in here is programmed correctly. We got foot. Are we missing something now? Hawks to line Pikes. Alright, Pikes is at 250 knots. That's there. At or below 15,000. At or above 12,000. So that's there. Coffee. And then Breathe. 250 knots. 11,000, 10,000. So everything is matching up so far. Then Nets at 230 knots, at or above 8,000. K West, which will be the next page. It is 7,000 feet or above as a speed, and then 6,000 feet. This is a hard restriction right here. We have to be at 6,000 feet and at 210 at this point. So this is really where our VNAVs will be taking us down to here. From there, we'll do vectors. Basically, we'll stay on a. This is to put us on a right downwind for runway 16 right. It's gonna be a beautiful approach. I've flown this like approach before. We'll fly right over the city of Seattle on this approach and over the bay and all that. So we'll vector ourselves to Agony at 5,000. If we want to be smart and tricky and a little bit faster, we can actually expedite our descent and get in a little early if we need to. We'll see how it happens. We'll probably fly the whole thing, but all it looks good. So we'll leave all that as it is. So there is your descent briefing as we are going to be descending in a little bit. But the plane doodle's on. Look at the clouds. Looks pretty nice. Let's see. Thinking about the packages. Yes, think about the packages. The 777-300 looks hella long. Looks different than the 200. Yeah. Just again, my preference in 777s, the 200 is. I feel like the 777-200 is more balanced, right? It looks more natural, the size. The 300 looks just like it's been stretched. Looks really long. It reminds me of the 757, the longer 757. What's up? Greetings from Moscow. Taipan, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you, bro. Welcome. I know you guys got internet in Russia. I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you. No, I really didn't know you guys got internet out there. Now, welcome to the stream. No, good to see you, man. Appreciate you so much. Jay Trey says 200 for all the engine variants. Freighter for diverse flying. That's a good point. Flying 300, yeah, not worth it in your opinion. Yeah. So I think that PMDG is very strategic, right? And I know it's okay. They're a business. And they're trying to make the most money they can for their business, for their people, for their employees. But they've always been very strategic in the order and the timing that they release these airplanes. I think they did that on purpose. The 300, I don't know. I think it might be arguable or debated, but the 300, in my opinion, I think is the lesser of the popular 777s. Look at that flappy wing. That can't be right. And maybe it is, but I don't know. We're in 24. There's actual turbulence in 2024. I don't know. That seems a bit much. No? Maybe not. I don't know. Anyways, they're smart. They're strategic. I think they know that more people want the 200. So if they release the 300 first, people are going to buy the 300 because they don't have any other options to buy anything else, and then eventually buy the 200 also. The exact same thing happened with the 737. They released the 737-700 first, which I didn't personally want myself, but I bought it because we didn't have any 737 at all in Microsoft Flight Sim. They later released the 600, and then the 800, and then the 900. So today, if I were to start all over again, I probably would not have bought the 700. I might have bought the 800 and 900, but I don't know that I would have bought the 7. I don't know. I know Southwest flies the 700 a lot. We'll see. I might have, but I really just want the 800 personally. I think a lot of people probably would have only picked the 8. Welcome to the chat. And you guys gotta say hello to the Flight Doc is in the house. Says the 200 is goated, absolutely. But also Flight Streamer is in the house. Welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you guys. Welcome aboard. Both of those are great YouTube channels. Check those guys out on YouTube. The Flight Doc. Is it? Are you? Is that the Flight Doc? Flight Doc? I'm not sure if it's the same guy. And also the Flight Streamer is in the house. Welcome to the stream. I'm not sure if it's the same guy. It might be the Flying Doc. I don't know. Not sure how many Flying Docs there are out there. Either way, if you're the real Flight Doc, shout out to you, man. Good to see you. Love his content. But cool. Good to see you guys. Thank you guys for stopping by. Flying the 777 freighter today from Oakland to Seattle. Marco says, I'm curious to know whether you're playing this on the Xbox. Nope, we are on the PC today. I do have an Xbox controller that I use for my drone camera views. I'm actually surprised the sun is still up, to be honest with you. I thought the sun was going to set much earlier. Dynasty says, I don't have any 777s. What should I get? Also, the airline liveries on the 777 freighter look nice. Ooh, see, this is a. I love that you asked this. So you don't have a single 777. It's kind of preference, but like in my opinion, I think the 200ER is the best one to get right now. It's available on 2020 and 2024 right now as we speak. The 300 will be available on both. They said within the next week or so we should get the 300 also on 2024. So if you already own the 777-300, you will get a free upgrade to 2024 in the next 7-ish days, which I think is great news. So if you don't want to buy a 200ER or the freighter, and you already have the 300, you pay no extra money, and boom, you get it. Flight Streamer, yes, the freighter released like 8 hours ago. It just came out today, man. So go get it. It is public. This is not a pre-release stream. I am not working with PMDG on this flight. Shout out to them though. I feel like we have a okay relationship. I don't know. I need to talk to them. I'm like, do you guys? I feel like ever since I released that video saying that I deleted PMDG, I feel like they don't like me anymore. I don't know if I burned that bridge or not, but either way, oh well. Does the Fedex have seats on these planes or just regular workers aside from the pilots? Yeah, we were just looking at that. If we go back here, we have obviously the main pilot, co-pilot. We also have the 2 jump seats here because these planes do very long hauls, right? So you need sometimes like 4 pilots on board. But also back here we have some crew area, right? You got 4 seats there and a few more jump seats for additional crew and stuff like that. So yeah, there's seats here. There's seats here. Matthias doesn't respond to you. Yeah, he responds sometimes. I think Matthias is probably getting bombarded from streamers trying to contact him, begging for review copies. And he's like, yo, I'm just not gonna reply. I don't blame him. PMDG has, you know, they know what they're doing. They have the people that they want to show off their planes, and if you're on that list, then you'll get hit up. If you're not on that list, then you won't hear from them, even if you ask. But it doesn't hurt to ask. I always tell streamers, yo, it does not hurt to ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. If they say no, you're right back where you started. You already don't have the plane, so how worse can it get, right? Nice. Flight Doc, are you gonna be at Expo? Flight Streamer as well? I know I saw a Flight Streamer at Expo last year.
Southwest 2450, unable to
Hope to see you guys again. Also hoping to get you guys on the video. I'll be doing a Flight Sim Expo video like I do every year this year. I'm hoping to get a lot of you guys on video to talk to you guys. So looking forward to it, man. Expo is now what, just over a month away, like a month and a couple days. So it's coming quick, bro. It's coming quick. Flight Sim Expo is the one that's coming quick, just to be precise. I'm not buying 200. It's too pricey for me to fly a couple times. That's true too. The thing about the 777s is, think about this as well. They are long haul planes. Now, yes, you can fly them as short haul as you want, wherever you want. But like, to really get the best out of these ultra long haul planes, the 777, the A350, you know, planes like this, to get the best out of these planes, you want to fly some long hauls with them, you know. And I know many of us don't do long hauls that often. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely Flight Streamer. Yeah, man, we definitely hang out. I know we kind of talked in passing last year. We were both very busy. I don't know how much more time we're gonna have this year, but I would like to kind of spend more time, like quality time, like sit down time, like not like passing by time at the expo. Like I'm talking about like before or after the show. hoping to spend some more like sit down time with other people in the community to kind of just meet some new people and also kind of catch up with some people that I already met and know. That's kind of what I'm hoping for at Expo this year. So we'll see. Every Expo I've been to, every Flight Sim Expo I've been to has been unique in its own way. But one thing that's never changed is the best part of Expo has always been the after party. And it's not really a party per se, but just like the time that you get to spend with everybody after the show, before the show, on Thursday, the day before the show. That's why I always come in on Thursday, because Thursdays have always been super beneficial to me to come out. Always been beneficial. You might fly your DA-40 because Toronto. Oh, that's cool, bro. If you fly it, I would love to see it. We have a guy who might come. I don't know if he's still gonna do it. We had a guy who was gonna come to Expo. He may still make it. I think he is going, but he was considering renting a plane at a local airport and doing some flying while there. I'm not sure if he's still gonna be able to do that, if he has the time or money. But I think if you can fly your own plane out there, that's pretty cool. Hopefully the parking fees are not too high in that area. Man, I want to go to FS weekend. If like, I'm not sure if I could have made it this year either way, financially, but I would love to go at the FS weekend, man. That I saw all the content that came from it, all the people who were there. Like, man, like this show is getting just as good as Flight Sim Expo. So I would love to make it out there sometime in the future. Hopefully we can go next year. We'll see. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna try. I also just had a baby in the last 6 months, so he's now almost 6 months old. Almost 6 years old. No, almost 6 months old. Sorry. So it was hard for me to go anywhere the last 6 months because of that. But next year maybe I'll have a bit more freedom. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Somebody's beeping us on VATSIM. Let's see what that's about. What? Auto ATC. Interesting. Looks like Salt Lake City Center's online. We're not in that airspace. Vancouver Tower is online. We're not in that airspace. But we have Auto ATC clicking in, which is basically the automated guidance assist. So if you guys don't know this, some of you guys do. Many of you guys know this. But VATSIM incorporated this new feature months ago called like Auto ATC, where basically it'll give you instructions like for approach and landing via text. It's like some sort of AI implementation they've done. I don't know. It's kind of cool concept. I don't know that I don't think I have to follow them because it's not necessarily a controller. It's mainly a suggestion. We'll see. I'm using say intentions right now, and I kind of like how that's going. So I don't know if I'm gonna bother with that right now. Yours is almost 3 years old. Wow. First year is always hard. Yeah, Iowa Scotsman. Long time no see. Welcome to the stream, man. Hope you're doing well. You were able to convince your wife because it was Amsterdam. Did she go with you? That's cool. I think that's what my wife said. I said there's been a couple opportunities to go to Europe, and she's like, if you ever go to Europe, I'm coming with you. I was like, all right. 420 requesting IFR clearance to open this afternoon. Be a little bit more expensive for us, but hey, I think we deserve a vacation. We haven't actually been on a vacation in a long time. All of our traveling has usually been for business or whatever. Nothing really. I can't remember last time. I can't remember the last time I traveled just for the fun of like a vacation. Now, the reasons that I've gotten to travel have been fun. Like going to Vegas last year, that wasn't a vacation per se, but it was fun. I wouldn't call it a vacation at all, but it was definitely a fun trip. Going to Phoenix or Flagstaff with Microsoft was also a fun trip, but it also wasn't a vacation. It was definitely a workcation. Had to make a lot of content that week, but yeah. You stayed in a 737 suite in Corendon. You still haven't edited that video. That's the thing, man. When you go for these trips that you're supposed to make videos about, like, and then you get back home and there's so much content to make, there's so much video to go through. It's hard. it's hard to get all that content together and make videos, because like Flight Sim, especially after big events like FS Weekend and Flight Sim Expo, are moving so fast. You know what I mean? And you want to get that content out there for all these different things super quick, and it's hard to do that. That's been my struggle as a YouTuber and content creator. Every Flight Sim Expo is like, when I'm at Expo, I don't have a laptop or a computer that allows me to edit like overnight and get content out while I'm there. Everything has to be stockpiled until I fly home, and now I'm tired after the trip, and now I have to produce content about what I saw at Expo. So like, unless you're using your phone to make content, you're just dropping stuff. It's tough to edit all that stuff together. You have like 300 gigs of footage. Wow, that's a lot. Plus all the hardware reviews that piled up. Yeah, bro, I'm right there with you, man. I'm right there with you, man. I'm trying to catch up. I'm so behind. So behind. I think after this stream, I'm gonna check on some work stuff, but I'm hoping to get some editing done tonight as well. So yeah, man, it never stops, bro. I see you, bro. I'm just gonna say this. I see you. I see your grind. I see your hard work. Same goes for you other YouTubers and streamers out there that are watching. I see you guys grinding it out, pushing. I know what it takes to do what you're trying to do, and you're doing a good job so far. You may not have as much content out as you want, but from the outside looking in, you guys are doing a really good job. Really good job. Are my clouds set to ultra? Yes, yes they are. They look good, right? Am I going over 500 miles per hour? Probably. We're doing like, how fast are we going? Let's see. We are going 452 knots ground speed. How fast is that in miles per hour, chat? Somebody asked AI how fast that is. 452 knots. How many miles per hour is that? Alright, we're about to descend here really, really soon. Yep, 11 miles. Let's go ahead and ask for descent here. Center, Fedex 116 Heavy at flight level 360, requesting descent via the Hawks 8. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Fedex 116 Heavy, descend and maintain via the Hawks 8 arrival. Expect ILS runway 16 right approach into Seattle.
Alright, we'll descend via the Hawks 8 arrival and expect 16 right into Seattle, Fedex 116 Heavy. Alright, we got our clearance already. Aircraft is going to descend already. I just want to get clearance before it happened. But again, that's all AI, chat. That's all AI right there. Around 520 miles per hour. Nice. There you go, Jade. There you go. That green marker right there. Our top of descent, so the aircraft will start descending.
FedEx 116 Heavy, contact Seattle Center on 128.15.
Over to Seattle Center, FedEx 116 Heavy. 128.15. Seattle Center, FedEx 116 Heavy is descending via the Hawks 8. Yeah, man. Mach 0.85 Aviation. I love your name, man. This is the 777 Freighter. We're flying FedEx today. Yeah, Say Intentions is killing it, especially with the new AI traffic injection they're doing too, which I have to make sure I turn off right now because I'm not allowed to show that still. Let me see if it's turned. It is turned off. Okay. So I do have access to their traffic injection, which is really cool too, but they don't want us streaming or showcasing that yet because it's not done. So thankfully I can very easily just turn it off here in the app, which I just did. I think it was already off, but just making sure. But yeah, man, that's my personal preference when it comes to AI ATC is Say Intentions. Now I know Beyond ATC has gotten better. I've not used it though. When Beyond ATC first came out, of course I bought it because I was excited about AI ATC, and I did like it. I loved it. I think I did like 1 or 2 videos with it, or streams. But Say Intentions, it does the AI ATC, like, I feel like it does a little better. Beyond ATC, this might have changed. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. But last time I used it, it was pretty like on rails. Like you can't go outside of like the predetermined kind of like you have to say this in this order, right? If you don't, then you'll either just get like a negative or a unable or whatever. And say intentions, you can kind of be a bit more flexible. I could literally ask them right now, hey guys, I have an engine fire, can you divert me to the nearest airport? And they will literally go through the entire emergency procedure to get me to a different airport. Or I can say, hey, can I get a different runway? And they'll work with me on that. Or I can say, hey, can you give me vectors or give me a guided taxi, like stuff like that. And that's just the ATC side. Say intentions also provides other things like a co-pilot. Matter of fact, let's go check in on our co-pilot. Hey man, how you doing? I think it's working. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. I might make myself look bad here if he doesn't reply to me. Is this set up? Do I have it turned on? Let me check if I have it turned on. I don't. Okay, hold on. Let me get a co-pilot real quick. Let's get. Do you want a male or a female co-pilot today? We'll do male. We'll get a male co-pilot today. Nah, we'll get a female. I feel like if I'm gonna sit in a small, dusty, stinky plane, I'd rather be in there with a female than a male for 6 hours. I don't know. That's my thing. All right. Hey, how you doing? How's the weather?
I'm doing well, Blue. Can't help with the weather, though. Anything else you need?
There you go. So that's an AI person. There's like 20 different AI co-pilots you can choose from, different voices, and you can ask them literally anything you want. They can do checklists with you. They do departure and arrival briefings for you. It's cool. And on top, I probably should just do a whole video at some point. I've not done one. I kind of feel like most of you guys know what intentions is and what it offers, but it has that, plus it has flight attendants that you can talk to, flight crew, pushback crew. It does a lot more than just ATC. Which is why I like it. You can also do missions, like you can do search and rescue missions with it. You can do VIP missions with it, cargo missions, all stuff like that, coming with its unique voices and stuff like that, which is cool. So again, it's more beyond ATC than beyond ATC is, which is funny because it is actually beyond just ATC, except it's called Say Intentions. Anyways, does it cost money? Yes, that's the thing. It's kind of expensive for a lot of people. It's a subscription-based program. I don't remember. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't remember how much it cost. They have given me a free subscription, but even before they gave me the free one, I was paying for it. So I'm not just saying, hey, this thing is amazing, it's worth the money. But no, I actually paid for it before they came on board to support the channel and offer it for free. But that's the one downside. I think it is a little expensive for some people. I don't remember. Honestly, I don't remember how much it cost. But when I was paying for it, it was well worth it for sure. If you can afford it, of course. How much longer is the flight? Not much, man. We're descending right now into Seattle. Looks like we're gonna get there just after sunset. So we're gonna see the city lights of Seattle. But I think the weather. Let's check on the weather. I think the weather's gonna be a little cloudy on the way in. Let's take a look at that right now. We're passing 24,000 feet, descending via the Hawks 8 arrival. So far, so good on the altitudes.
Lumen 77, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Go to arrival, Seattle. So the weather in Seattle is 220 at 11, gusting 22, so it's a little gusty there. Visibility is good though, but we do have a few clouds at 2,800 feet and a few clouds at 4,900 feet. It's scattered at 9,000. Temperature is 12, dew point is 07, altimeter is 3009er. Let's go ahead and pre-select that, 3009er. Alright, that is set. Nice. Alright, that's set. What else? We could grab the actual ATIS via Say Intentions. Let me see what that is. Because we did have VATSIM ATC online earlier, but they're now gone. So here's the thing: we are technically on VATSIM right now. All right, guys. Except I'm also on Say Intentions. know what I mean? So like, if you were on the same frequency that I was on, you would still hear me talking on the radio, even though I'm talking to nobody. It's kind of funny.
Skyhawk 37 Victor, Squawk 1576.
All right, no problem. Flight streamer, catch you later, man. Thanks for stopping by, bro.
Skyhawk
Appreciate
37
it.
Victor, contact Portland approach on 118.1.
Portland approach on 118.
Jade says SeaTac is your hometown. Well, man, I think you got here right in time. We're about to land in SeaTac. Thanks to the TikTok algorithm. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. All right, how are we doing on this altitude? So we need to be at 12,000 feet. Are we gonna make it? I don't know if we're gonna make that. Oh, it says at or above, so we're good. We don't have to be at 12,000. We need to be at or above it. Okay. All right. Look at this, man. Yep, sun is getting behind those clouds now. I'm not live on TikTok. Yes, I am. We are live right now on TikTok. There are people talking in chat right now on TikTok. So we are live on TikTok, Twitch, and on YouTube today. So thanks for watching wherever you're watching from.
All aboard!
Is it weird that I kind of miss break to vacate? What's up, Taylor Cronji? Thank you for the subscription. Welcome to the blue team. Good to see you. You're running the same setup with VAT and say intentions with the A350 is sweet with CPDLC. Yes, that's kind of like my normal setup. My normal setup is I have VATSIM running for if ATC comes on. I also get the VATSIM traffic, right? So I see real people flying around. Say intentions is adding that. That's coming soon. Having actual player. Actually, there's a thing called Skynet right now for say intentions where if like me and Ben are at the same airport and we're logged in, we can technically see each other's airplanes on say intentions, right? Which is pretty cool. So it's kind of like VATSIM, except it's not VATSIM, it's say intentions. What's up, Star 777X? Welcome to the stream, man. Good to see you. Yep, no problem, Eli. All good, bro. EM plane spotter 2123. When will we get a Flight Sim Expo, Puerto Rico or Florida? I really doubt we'll ever see a Flight Sim Expo, Puerto Rico. Not that I wouldn't love that. I just don't know that location would work for most people. It would work for me though. I like Puerto Rico. That'd be amazing to have. Man, can you imagine having like Flight Sim Expo at a place like Puerto Rico? That'd be sick. Oh, they got some engine shake happening here. See that? Oh, engine shake. I like that. But I could see them going. I could see them going back to Florida, and I would actually like that. I think Florida was a really good location that they did last time. Should I get 2024? Should I get 2024, 777, or the 737 Max? I have PMDG 737-9 and the INI A350. That's a tricky one. So I'm assuming you're saying that you don't even own 2024 yet at all, right? To be honest with you, I don't really know that you need to upgrade yet.
004 heavy, descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Like in your particular case, I don't know what you need to update yet. All right, we're coming out of standard. We're passing 17,000 feet.
Heavy, descend via Hawks 8 into Seattle.
Descending via Hawks 8 into Seattle, Fedex 116 heavy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really hesitant to say that you should upgrade. It really depends on what type of flying you do. I think if you're an airliner person, you're really not missing out. All the same planes are pretty much available on 2020. You still have the 777-200. You still have the freighter. You still have the 737 Max. All the PMDG 737s. Like none of that's come to 2024 yet. So I think you're good, man. I think I would say to stay put on 2020 and wait for a few more planes to come to 24 that you like to fly. As a Puerto Rican, it will be great for the flight sim community of the islands. Yeah. I wonder how many, like, what's the flight sim community look like in Puerto Rico? I'm really curious about that. Like, what's the aviation community look like in Puerto Rico? I've been to Puerto Rico 3 times. And I love it out there. My wife is Puerto Rican. My baby is now half Puerto Rican.
FedEx 116 heavy, contact Seattle approach on 119.2.
Over to SeaTac approach. FedEx 116 heavy. Let's see. Might want to go ahead and grab the ATAs now. We do have the weather though. Seattle approach. FedEx 116 heavy is descending via the Hawks 8 with the weather. I don't have the the identifier if I had the weather.
FedEx 116 Heavy, Seattle approach. Good evening, Seattle. Altimeter 30.06. Expect the ILS runway 16 right approach into Seattle.
Alright, we'll expect the ILS 16 right into Seattle. FedEx 116 Heavy. Yeah, I'd recommend the max.
Seattle approach,
I think you're gonna get more miles, more enjoyment out of the 737 Max than the 777. Honestly, I think if I had to recommend one, I would go Max first, and then later on, when you have the money and you can afford it, get the 777. How much are you into your whole setup roughly? That's tough. That's tough. I really don't know. There's definitely a comma in there, for sure, like easily. This chair alone that I'm sitting in, which you really can't see too well, it's called the It's called the Next Level Racing Boeing Flight Sim chair. This chair alone, how much is this chair, chat?
501. Climb and maintain flight level 250.
Next Level Racing.
Climbing to flight level 250, American 501.
How much is this chair?
Climbing to flight level 360, American 501.
American 501. Contact Seattle Center on 120.3.
$8.99. This chair alone is $8.99. I thought it was more than that. The Pro is in the thousands, apparently. But yeah, this chair is licensed by Boeing, and you can get a cheaper version of it for $7.99. That's just a chair. You add this yoke, and you're already in the commas. So yeah, I don't have an actual number of the total. I've been very blessed that I got a lot of this for sponsorships. And if it had been up to me in my own wallet, I probably, in all honesty, would not have been able to afford most of the things I have. So that's why I say I'm very blessed with that. So, honestly, that's thanks to you guys that watch the channel.
Air Canada 65, Seattle departure, radar contact, cleared direct.
But yeah, I'm curious about the Puerto Rican flight sim community. I know that flight sim in South America has a really good community out there. Flight sim in Africa even has a pretty good community, not, of the whole continent, of course. Jamaica has a really big community of flight simmers. The state of Florida, for whatever reason, a lot of people like flight sim in Florida. But yeah, I don't know about Puerto Rico. Will there be a Max 9? I don't know. We're just waiting for iFly right now to update their Max just to be working in 2024. When that day comes, man, I cannot wait. I have really been missing flying the Max. We're diving into the clouds now. We're just above 10,000 feet. I'm going to go ahead and get the lights, lane lights turned on before I forget. So lane lights have come on. Strobes are already on. Wing light on. We'll get the tax lights, stuff like that on as well. I don't think we need any anti-ice.
Vision 2 Golf Papa. Contact Seattle Tower on 119.9.
Florida is the best state for general aviation. You're actually right about that. Because the weather is always warm, there's a lot more days of the year you can fly in Orlando. Sorry, not Orlando, in Florida. Same thing is for Texas. Texas is a great place to fly GA as well. Florida, a little better. It's a bit, like, you're close to the Bahamas, so you kind of do that flight. I love flying GA in California. And oh, look at that, you already got a piece of the lights down there. This is gonna be a beautiful approach. I'm looking forward to this. I'm fond of your house right now, Octopus. Nice. You have to point it out for us. I'll drop your package off right now, bro. Where is that? Let me open the door. I'll drop your package off right now. Put a parachute in that thing. Fly with Lotto is in the house. Welcome to the stream, man. Speaking of people who, speaking of hard work, I want to give a shout out to Fly with Lotto.
Turn right heading 360.
He's been doing this thing on YouTube and on TikTok.
Northwest 16.
I've been seeing him killing it out there, man.
Whiskey radar contact climb and maintain.
I'm right over it. Oh snap! All right, guys, open the door up. I'm gonna drop a package off. Express. FedEx is not liable for any damages from 8,000 feet. Would I recommend upgrading or switching the TCA Airbus side stick for the WinWing Airbus side stick? Personally, no, I would not recommend that. I think if you already have the Airbus one from Thrustmaster, there's no need to upgrade to the WinWing. Personally, I know some people like the WinWing better, I'm not one of them. I actually like the Thrustmaster one better. The Wind Wing one has much less, like, imagine like this is your axis, like CST. I know CST is completely opposite to me. I know he likes the Wind Wing better. The Wind Wing has like this much axis, like this much.
Fedex.
So like you're playing around in this tiny area. The Thrustmaster has like this much axis. So like, yeah, I mean, it makes the Wind Wing feel more sensitive because it's a tighter axis, which is fine. You can get used to either or.
Descend and maintain 2900. Turn right heading 360 vectors for the ILS runway 16 right approach.
I don't know if I like that call. I don't know if I trust him. I want to do my own thing. I just want to do the whole approach. Let me see. What did he say? He said, descend 2900, turn right 360, which would be, yeah. Why would I go that way? And then vect to the ILS. That doesn't make any sense. We're way too high for all that. Should I cancel IFR? I'm gonna cancel IFR. Fedex 116, Seattle approach. We want to cancel IFR. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I know what I'm doing.
116 heavy, roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk VFR. Frequency change approved.
Squawking VFR. Frequency change approved. FedEx 116 heavy. All right, yeah. I was like, screw that. I'm gonna do my own thing here. I'm Spider-Man. I'm gonna do my own thing. All right, down to 6,000 feet. We'll continue. We're on a right downwind right now. We will get in contact with tower on 119.9. This is not pre-release. Why do people keep? Yeah, this is out, chat. Look at the rain effects on this thing. This is out. This is not pre-release. You can go buy this right now, unless they took it down. But I bought it a few hours ago. Yeah, it's available right now, bro. Go get it, CST. Go get it, CST. Well, you probably already have it, honestly, from 2020. If you had it in 2020, you don't. There's no upgrade fee. Which is a rare occurrence for a PMDG product. Alright, we're gonna hold 6,000. Let's get down to
Delta 320.
4.
Contact departure.
Over to departure, Delta 320.
Alright, vertical speed now. And we'll bring us back to 200 knots. There we go. Alright, we're right downwind. We're on tower. Look at the lights. Oh. There it is. But you hate 2020? Yeah, I was telling the chat earlier at CST that I had not bought this plane because I refused to fly it in 2020. They released this plane strictly for 2020 right after 24 came out. I was like, no, I'm not supporting it. Like, no, I'm not buying a 2020 plane if I'm playing 2024. So I never bought it. And I was like, I'm going to wait to buy it until 24 comes out. And it was tempting. I'm not going to lie. I was tempted to buy it on 2020, but I held out, man. I held out. All right, to our right is Seattle Tacoma.
Canada Air 737.
And our approach is going to fly us straight over downtown, which is why I didn't want to do the vectors that ATC was trying to give me. I want to fly right over downtown doing the normal approach. Let's get the replay started. We'll see if that works. This is my actual first flight in the 777 freighter in 24, so I don't know if everything works like the replay, but we'll see. We'll try to get that going. I go ahead and hit record because, you know, 2024 has the built-in replay now. We're descending for 4,000 feet. Once we get to 4,000, we'll go ahead and make our right base. Wouldn't sync my heading as well. Oh shoot. Oh. Alright, so we are on radar vectors right now. Airspeed low, yeah, I know. We need some flaps. There we go. Alright, let's turn the sounds back up, because they did update the sounds in the 777 freighter. I wonder if the other 777s also got the sound upgrade. I'm not sure, but
Tower, Canada Air 480, holding short, runway 34 right, ready for takeoff.
You resolve the issue. Hey, after the stream, you're gonna have to send me a DM of how you fixed it. I would still like to try to get it fixed. I have not even tried since we last talked. I was like, yeah, I'm done. I'll wait till they figure it out themselves. All right, we're at 4,000. Let's go ahead and radar vector ourselves to the right. Or right downwind. Direct to agony. And then from there we'll capture. Oh, when's the ILS stuff? I forgot it's not. I don't think it's auto, right, in this plane. I don't know. I'm gonna go grab it anyways. So the ILS.
164. Contact departure.
11075.
Contact departure. Wisconsin 164.
Where do I do that at? In here? Yeah, there is. It is. Okay, it's tuned. Cool. 175. Approach course 164. We didn't do our minimums or none of that. Do flaps 30. Alright. Alright, give me direct agony. Execute. Thank you. LNAV activate. Get VNAV back on. And bottom altitude 32 1900. That works. Oh yeah, it's a little cloudy. Is the INI A300 any good? Yes. Great plane. Great plane.
American 211 Seattle Tower.
Highly recommend it.
Maintain 3000. Maintain 3000.
Oh, that's a good idea, J-Tray. Highlight agony in the bottom right-hand corner. Put the inbound course for the ILS approach. Might be too late to do that now. Yeah, it's too late. We're already here. We are already here. I don't know that's necessary anymore. If you're looking for a freighter, good question. Yeah, if you're looking for a freighter plane, I would have to recommend the 777 freighter over the A300. Yeah, unless you just like the 300, I would recommend the 777. Yeah, I still love the 777. Don't get me wrong. Sorry, I still love the A300. Don't get me wrong, but I prefer the 777 personally. But I have both. Honestly, the A300 is very underrated. That thing is pretty amazing. Alright, arming approach mode. Approach mode is armed. VNAV path. Localized has already been captured. Let's go ahead and call that we are on the ILS 16 right with tower. Seattle Tower, Fedex 116 heavy on the ILS 16 right.
FedEx 116 heavy, Seattle Tower, continue approach on ILS 16 right, cleared to land runway 16 right.
Cleared to land 16 right, FedEx 116 heavy. There's nothing wrong with the installer, it's corruption in the drive. You might not like the fix. Oh no. I'm scared now.
Alaska 65.
I finally got my sim working, and I'm scared. Alright guys, we are on approach. There is Seattle downtown area right there. That doesn't look right. Is that right? Is that AutoGen or is that the actual downtown? I don't know if that's right. I feel like that's not right. That looks generic. Am I tripping? Is that not generic? No, that's not generic. Okay. Alright, let's get speed set for approach now that we're getting close. Yeah. Alright, so we're about to be on the glide slope. Let's go. Just a button for this. Nope. I wanna do my own throttle. How do I do that? Auto throttle. No. This one? No. Oh, throw on V now. That's
Alaska 1234, welcome to Seattle. Contact ground on 121.7.
Tower, Alaska 1234, contact ground 121.7.
I'm right to be scared. Oh boy.
Delta 565, welcome to Seattle. Contact ground on 121.7.
There we go. Alright, what's our approach speed? 144. I know. We're slowing down. Even more. Another set of flaps. Oh, this is nice. Alright, gears coming down. That's not it. That's the button. I don't know if I have that mapped, J-Tray. I gotta double check how that mapped. Alright, let's focus from here on out, chat.
1545, contact departure.
Let's focus.
Contact departure, Westbound 1545.
Fast. We are fast. E-brakes. Oh, we're not that bad. We're not that bad. You're good, you're good. You're good, you're good, you're good. You're good, you're good, you're good. Auto brakes. Auto? Alright, clearance received. My aircraft.
400. Too low, flaps.
Alright, we'll be landing with auto throttle.
1 Alpha Whiskey, contact departure.
Hold up, hold up.
Glide slow, too low, flaps. Glide slow, glide slow. 100.
Easy on that throttle, fam. Oh, the balloon. It ballooned on me. Alright, we're gonna commit. I don't know, I don't like it. Alright, going around. Going around. Seattle Tower, Fedex 116 Heavy, going around.
Too low, gear.
Fedex 116 Heavy, continue on runway heading, climb and maintain 2900 feet. Expect vectors for another approach.
Climbing up to 2900 feet. Fedex 116 Heavy. Alright, up to 29,000, runway heading. Alright, heading select on, autopause back on, get some speed. And altitude. And flaps. Alright, let's see how AI ATC handles a go around. Alright, we're cleaned up. Flaps are up. Gear is up. And go around attempt number 1. It didn't look good. I think what happened was I put the flaps in too late. And we are getting some precip there on the window. I'm sure you guys can see that. A little precip on the window. But I put the flaps down too late, that final notch. And the auto throttle was adjusting for that that loss in speed, and it ended up ballooning us really badly. I did it on purpose to test out the ATC go around. Yeah, let's go with that. So he should have put me on departure, and he hasn't, which is the first strike against the ATC. And we're getting some heavy precip to the what's this, the south of the airport? Jay says that was Seattle, not generic. Gotcha. I'm loving the rain effect.
748, contact departure.
It's like scattered showers. See how it just stopped right now? That's cool. I don't know what he's doing. Let me check in. Seattle Tower, Fedex 116.
maintain 2900 feet. Expect vectors for another approach.
We are at 2,900 feet, expecting vectors for another approach, waiting for that other approach. That's what's sensing heavy. Yeah, I'm gonna probably just fly it back. We're going way too far out.
Maintain 2900 feet. Expect vectors for another approach.
Seattle Tower.
Yeah.
Alaska was 228. Do you copy?
You can only trust AI so much.
Seattle Tower. Radio check.
Cannot trust AI so much. We're going to back ourselves.
Holding short 16 left, ready for takeoff. Alaska 228.
Trying to vector myself the way we can.
Left, winds 185 at 8. RNAV Nevjo, cleared for takeoff.
So, as you can see, AI is not perfect. It works really well until it doesn't. Until it doesn't. So we're going to fly ourselves back. Basically, just do right traffic pattern. Again, loving the scattered showers in the area. Every once in a while, we're getting like rain on the windshield. Really cool. I will wait a couple minutes, and then we'll make another right-hand turn back the other way.
Tower, Alaska 9128 on the
Love the night lighting though.
On the ILS runway 16 right.
Which one do you guys think is better, the 2020 night lighting or 2024 night lighting? We might have some mixed opinions on that. Alright, right hand turn for the base. So what heading do I want to go on this? 90-degree turn to the right. That's gonna be a heading of 344. Ow. .344. 24 all the way. 2020 says Dynasty. Yep, most people are saying 2024 has better night light. Yeah, I have to agree with you. What stuff do you need to buy after you get a PC to fly in the flight sim? All you need is this right here. It's an Xbox controller. But if you bought a whole PC just a flight sim, this is not enough. So you need you a good joystick, rudder pedals, and a throttle.
283, holding short 34 right.
You can either get a joystick, you get a yoke like what I have.
283, radio check.
It's up to you, it's your preference.
283, ready for departure.
And obviously what you can afford as well.
WestJet 283, runway 34 right, line up and wait.
But yeah, just a joystick, throttle, and rudder. I say that's all you need. Like, that's not expensive. It can be depending on what you get. That's why I say for some people who are just getting into flight sim, just get a joystick because it's much cheaper. You can get one of the cheaper joysticks, and you can really enjoy flight sim and learn flight sim early on before you invest a bunch of money in expensive hardware. That's why I say that. Alright, we're on downwind now. To manage the speed, push the knob in. Oh, it does push in. Okay, cool. We're just gonna speed up because we're on downwind right now.
Delta 1464. Contact
Yeah, for
departure.
sure, Loki. For sure, man.
Contact departure. Delta 1464. Alaska 1184. Contact
Thank you, Captain
departure
Shark.
on 119.2. Contact departure.
Yeah, so we got all new sounds, engine sounds, in the 777 now. If you've been flying the old one, you'll notice that they are different. I have not flown in a while, but even I noticed that these were much nicer than I remember them being. So I don't know if this was like the engine sound update they were talking about, or this is like a lead up to that. I'm not sure if this is the final engine sound they were gonna go with. So there's Seattle right there. There's our airport. So we're basically midfield, downwind, runway 16 right now. There's still no ATC, and I don't see any actual VATSIM traffic on the ground either.
United 26 Heavy, contact departure.
Over to departure, United 26 Heavy.
Oh, look at that. Jade Trey says engine sounds very accurate. Sweet. That's what I like to hear. Do you have any problems with the freighter freezing on final? If not, what recommendations would you recommend for those who do? That's a good question, Faded. This is going to be my first landing in this plane, so I will let you know after we touch down if we get a freeze on landing. I hope we don't, because that's obviously annoying. Alright, I think we're not quite far out enough to make that right turn. It's going to be a short final this time. Let's get prepared early. Alright, so let's get our speed down, get some flaps down. Oh, what's up, Ben? How do you use VATSIM and stand tensions? You just turn them both on at the same time. That's it. You just open both apps at the same time. That's all I do. Do I have the 300 or the 200? I sadly have all of them.
Alaska 558, contact departure.
I have them all. I'm ashamed to say it, but I have them all. Look at the light pollution on those clouds. Does 2020 mod work on the new one? What do you mean? What mod? I think we're far enough. Let's turn. Get some flaps. Full flaps 5. And 90-degree right turn. That's good. Don't forget to delete the GLGX and rolling cache. Okay, you're talking about something else. Where my flaps at? 15.
Lufthansa 488 Heavy, welcome to Seattle. Contact ground on 121.7.
Alright, let's try this again, guys. Take 2.
Lufthansa 488 Heavy.
Replay is still recording.
Catbird 104, welcome to Seattle. Contact ground on 121.7.
Speed's coming back slowly. We'll fly by hand probably
Over to
from
ground 121.7.
I was gonna let the auto throttle handle it. I still might, but I kind of want to do some hand flying. It felt really nice to hand fly for that short bit. Felt really nice. Alright, more flaps. Auto brake is set. Engines. Do we do continuous in this plane? I don't think so. I think it's all auto. Yeah. Didn't think so. Alright, we're gonna arm the approach mode, but we're gonna fly it. Alright, it's my aircraft. Let's go.
Delta 353, contact departure.
Contact departure at Delta 53.
2500.
My approach is not even showing up on my screen. I didn't re-put it in, so I can't even see my approach. Great. That's helpful. Where's the runway? That's not it, right? No. Okay, I see it now. I see it. Alright, we're way off.
91.2, contact departure.
Yeah, we're VFR. Yeah, our runway is the right one. But we're lined up for the left one. Alright, gears coming down. It's gonna be a little sketchy, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. Alright, we're low right now. Because I forgot Jax, that's why. I forgot to load it. I didn't know I had to do it a second time. I thought it would just be there. I didn't realize I had to load the approach again after doing a go around, so that was my mistake. I have visual though. Seattle Tower, FedEx 116 heavy on the visual, runway 16 right.
FedEx 116 heavy, continue visual approach runway 16 right, cleared to land runway 16 right.
Continue visual, clear to land runway 16 right. FedEx 116 heavy. Alright, I think that's what's the name of that field right there? Is that Payne field? Alright, we're gonna see if auto throttle can handle it. Gears down, 3 green indicating. Flaps are full, auto brakes set, land lights are on. Clearance has been received. We have visual 16 right. Looks similar to your last landing in real life. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hopefully you didn't do the sidestep thing like I just did. But thank you, man. I'll do my best here.
Alaska 1114, contact departure on 119.2.
Alright, let's focus. Lock in, chat. Lock in.
1,000.
A little high. Oh yeah, arm speed brake. Thank you. Alright, 2 white, 2 red. That's what I like to see. It's a little gusty in Seattle today, so keep an eye out on that. Wind is coming from like our off our nose on the right.
400.
Over the ground for Delta 2444. Delta 2444, roger, good day.
No auto land, copy that.
300.
We're still a little high, nose is level right now. Losing altitude.
200. 100.
Come on, baby, come on, come on.
50. 30.
Easy.
20.
Easy. Idle, give me idle, give me idle. Oh, what the butter? Keep flying it. Reversers. There's a nose. Had to fly it even after landing. She was getting blown. Alright. 60 knots, manual braking, roll out. Bro.
FedEx 116 heavy, contact ground on 121.7.
Wilco, FedEx 116.
Why
y'all didn't tell me this plane was a butter machine? Why y'all didn't tell me this was a butter machine? That was nice. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Welcome to MK Studios, Seattle Tacoma Airports. I'm going to taxi over to the cargo ramp, which I believe is on the north side of the field somewhere. What's a faded red? Welcome to the stream, man. We just landed. Yes, sir. Perfect timing. All right, we'll hold here, short us 16 center, and get our clearance to cross. Tower, FedEx 116 heavy is clear, 16 right, holding short, 16 center at November. Request taxi to parking. Oh, he wants to go to ground.
116 heavy, taxi to Worldwide Flight Services 12 via November, cross runway 34 center, then cross runway 34 right, then Bravo, Golf. Have a good day.
Bravo, Golf, copy that. Taxi to Worldwide Flight Services via November, cross runway 34 center, then cross runway 34 right, then Bravo, Golf. Have a good day, FedEx 116 heavy.
Skylab 93 heavy, contact departure.
goes to departure 119.2 for Delta.
Thank you, Make Monologue. Welcome to the stream. JT810, welcome aboard as well. Good to see you guys. We made it to Seattle on one piece. First flight in the books for the PMDG 777 freighter. I have been looking forward to flying this plane since it came out on 2020, and I've been waiting for it to come in 2024, and it's finally here, so I can finally actually enjoy it and do some cargo ops. I love doing cargo ops. I think the reason why I like cargo ops is it's different than the normal, you know, carrying passengers everywhere. You know, you park in a different place, you go to cargo instead of going to the jetways, and I know it's different. There's no passenger interactions or safety briefing and things like that, but I still really enjoy doing cargo ops. Captain Kim Trails, welcome back, man. Good to see you. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well, man. How did I set the engine view like that without chase plane? I have a whole video actually about that show. Check out my channel. Just search what did I name it? How to do custom wing views, I think is what I called it, in Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. So I have a whole video explaining how to do it. It's not very hard. Again, we do not have chase plane yet, sadly, in 2024, so we have to do other ways. So that's how I get my engine view. All right, let's go flaps up. Bit of a ghost town today in Seattle. Thank you, Fede.
201, contact departure.
Speaking of that, let's get a drive-by, a successful drive-by on our way to parking. Hold on, I'm gonna set it up. We'll get a drive-by, and then we'll get a parking camera as well. Again, we don't have chase plane, so I'm doing all this stuff manually. But someday, we'll get chase plane. At reset position, we'll lower it like down here somewhere. Lock it, spin it. And I think I'll put us over here so we get the background of all the nice. Oh yeah, look at that, ground textures look good too. Yeah, right there should be a nice view as it pulls by. Nice. Let's see, is it working? Yeah, it's working.
EPM Delta 6 Lima Delta Roger, continue downwind, I'll call your base.
There we go. Alright, there we go.
Continue downwind on 906 Lima
Wrong side simulations is in the house. Welcome to the stream, man.
Option 1-way-3-4 right, 906 Lima Delta.
Welcome aboard. We left our landing lights on. Forgot about that. Here she is. Made good time on our flight from Oakland to Seattle. This is a real-world FedEx cargo route. They didn't use the 777 today, so if you were to look this flight up on FlightAware or Flight Radar, you're actually going to find an MD-11 being used today. But they do use it 777 sometimes on this route. Oh yeah, very busy, Captain Kim Trust. Very busy. What's up with those blue lights? Is that a real thing? What are those blue lights? Alright, where are we at? I'm gonna go always to the end. Yep, we're just wrapping up our flight. Just got one leg today. And yes, I will be seeing you at Flight Sim Expo. Looking forward to it, man. I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys. I really am. Flight Sim Expo has really turned into feeling like somewhat of a family reunion. Like, I feel like we all get to see each other in person, and it's like we've known each other for so long, and we kind of have. But yeah, it's hard to explain. And I'm an introvert. I really am. I know I stream and I talk a lot in the stream or whatever, but like I am the definition of an introvert. And so I don't really like going out and talking to people and seeing people and meeting new people, but it feels different at Flight Sim Expo, and I think the reason why it's different at Expo is because I know when I walk into the room that everyone there has something in common with me. They're interested in aviation and planes. When I go other places, to hang out with people I don't know, which I rarely do. I'm like, I don't want to like have to make conversation artificially, you know. I don't know, man. I know that there's usually a common ground. Just gotta talk to find out what that is. But I'm an introvert, man. I don't really enjoy that too much. I like being alone in my room, gaming and simming. So my wife has to fight me to get out of the house. All right, we're gonna park over here. Would I rather have Flight Sim Expo in Vegas or where it is this year? I would rather have it wherever.
Welcome to Seattle. Contact ground
wherever's
on
cheaper.
121.7.
To be honest,
Contact
I'd
ground
rather have it wherever
121.7,
it's
Frontier
cheaper.
1123.
The taxiway edge lights are blue. It's just weird how they're like pointed upwards. I've never seen them like that before. We can pick any spot out here. We'll pick this one on the left. How about that? That's spot 9. I have no idea what you would call this spot, so I'm not gonna call GSX. We're just gonna make our own camera view for that. Stand by for the Marshal cam. Another one of my favorite jobs to do when I worked in the ramp. I loved marshalling aircraft. Absolutely loved it. Something special about like having the two lightsabers and a massive plane is just driving towards you. You have like full control over where it goes. It's just, it's cool. I think I'll take this spot right here. This larger spot.
Contacting departure, Bourbon 2525 Heavy.
Yeah, we'll do that right there. Hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. I think that'll work. Sorry, I'm trying to set something cool up. All right, here we go. That does it. And we'll go back into the plane, get the landing lights turned off because we don't be blinded by the aircraft as we park her. Wait, turn off lights off, taxi lights off. Everything else can stay on. All right, let's do it. It working? One more time. Just all right, we're rolling. It hurts flying FS-24 without chase plane. I feel your pain, bro. I know. Uh-oh. Here we go. Honestly, I've not used like I got chase plane set up really good in 2020, but I haven't been flying 2020 often enough to be spoiled by chase plane. So I'm still kind of used to what I got to do in 24, but I know when chase plane does finally come 24, it's gonna be hard to do anything else. All right, keep coming. All right, to the 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 right. Straight and stop. Nice, perfect. All right, brake set. Shut her down, let him up. Get the APU on first, right? APU. Apoo! Should have done that when we landed. Dang it. I always forget. You also met Captain Canada? Yeah. Yeah, I met him for the first time. It was the first. Yeah, I met Captain Canada for the first time. I met everybody for the first time at Expo, I think. There's very few people that I met anywhere else in Flight Sim, outside of Flight Sim Expo first. Yeah, the head movement in chase plane, oh, it's so good. I agree. I do miss that. Like when you land in 2020 and you don't get that head bobble, it's like, eh. Like, what is that? Like, ew. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. I know Parallel 42 is working on it. Right now they got some American Truck Sim thing they released, but I know they're working on it. I can't wait. I can't wait for that. I'm just waiting for the APU to power up, and then we will shut it down and watch the replay. I thought we buttered that landing, man. I thought we buttered that landing. Where do I see my APU information? Isn't there an APU screen? Electric.
Contact departure.
Yeah, APU hasn't powered up yet. Should be starting. You're so spoiled. You can make your view what you just did for the gate without. Yeah, with one key press. I know exactly. I've done all that. Like I have chase plane. I have a few planes completely set. I think I have an A350 on chase plane with like 20 camera views, bro. Like I have so many cameras, man. I love it. Hey, there's AP running. Beautiful. All right, shut them down. Nice. I'm not gonna worry about deboarding, anything like that. All we have is cargo, and the FedEx guys will take care of that. We're gonna go watch our replay. I'm kind of curious. Should have listened to the engine start or stop. We didn't. Oh well. I'm really curious
FedEx 525 heavy contact
how
departure.
the replay thing is gonna work with this plane. So we'll see if we get engines on, if the engines are off. I don't know. I might have to like load the engines on again just to get the engines running for replay. That's usually what has to happen, it seems like, with these replay modes. But I'm going to complete that flight. Our landing rating was, that can't be right, negative 352. I don't believe that because it felt like it was butter. But we also didn't have any head shake. But 352 is what it says. So we'll see what we think about that when we watch it. But whatever. Let's run it back. Reset that. Hopefully replay works. Uh-oh. Oh no. We might have that. How have they not fixed that yet? Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. We're saved. We're saved. Saved. Save. Save. You know where that's from? Save. We are saved. Oh my god, I love it. Love that show. Alright, can I hit play? Yeah, I can. Yeah, I think the engine's off. Oh well. And here goes the landing. Yeah, engines are completely off. There's no sound. This is why usually after landing in a stream, I just leave the engines running because I know that I have to get them started back up for the replay. I don't want to bother doing all that. So all we hear right now is the APU. Love the approach lighting. And I can change the time of day for the next one. So we're kind of dropping out. You see the nose popping up there. We're still getting a little bit of wing flex. Bro, that was butter. For a 777, that was butter. Yeah, negative 352. What are they talking about? All right, let's change the time so you guys can see what's actually happening. Oh, you can hear the reverses though. Oh, okay. We might have. Hold on, because that engine reverser sounds kind of dope. I'm not gonna lie. Let's see if I can figure out how to get the engines back on here. I'm gonna hit pause. I'm gonna save this replay just in case we have to like restart. I'm gonna go on the inside, and I'm gonna see if I can load a state. If it'll let me do that. Menu, PMDG setup, load, state load, approach, execute. Let's see if this breaks it. Control E. I don't trust Control E on PMDG planes. Alright, it's starting up, I think. I think it's starting up. Yeah, it's starting up. Sweet. Alright, engines are on. Alright, cool. Let's run it back again.
Sync rate.
I'm gonna watch from my favorite camera view, the belly cam.
Hold.
If I could, I would rename this view the blue camera. The blue angle or something. Alright, let's see. I love the belly cam. Alright, let's get me off the screen for it. Let's see. Do we slam it or do we actually butter it? Okay, it was a bit rougher than I thought. If you kind of pay attention to like the rate of descent right before touchdown, I think 300 is kind of accurate. It's just that all the gear that it has, those large gear make it look a little bit smoother. I do like the reverser sound. The louder the better on that. Alright, let's go back and we'll watch it from. We'll get a wing view. So this is where we're missing chase cam, right? The chase cam will give us those nice shaking effects as we touch down, things like that. Reverse a little bit. Go there. Might be too far. That's too far. Yeah, that's good. I also noticed that there was no tire smoke in that last replay, so that's something that they need to add. That's another... Oh yeah, I like that animation for the reversers. That's another Microsoft 24 native feature now. That's now built into the game, so if they're not using that, then I don't know why not. Let's go to rewind that back, and we'll now do the plane spotting camera. Go there. We'll do our thing here. We'll go back to showcase mode, reset. There we go. Lock it, spin it, and we'll watch it. A good screenshot right there too. Very good screenshot. I think that might do. We'll see. We'll try that. We'll try that. Right back and play. I don't know what it's gonna sound like from this angle, so we'll see. But yeah, man, first flight in the 777. I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. I'm looking forward to flying it again. It's nice to finally have a Boeing to fly in Microsoft Flight Sim 24. And I like the improvements they made in the sounds. Thank you, Rock City. Good to see you, man. Welcome back, bro. Oh, there is tire smoke. I'm sorry, my bad. There was tire smoke. Did you guys see the brakes overheating? The brakes are actually overheating because we keep doing the replay over and over. It's still simulating the brake simulation is still going while we're doing the replay mode, so our brakes are actually about to be hot, like red hot here in a second. I'll do a close-up on it in this next one so you guys can see. I love how this airport is like up on this like plateau. It's actually kind of cool. Let's go here on this road. Yeah, alright, let's watch. Check. Y'all hear me? All right. Yeah. My mic disconnected. If I rewind back, check it out. You can see the brakes are overheating right now. Oh, hold on. Like right here. See that? See the brakes red hot? Yeah. Like how hard do you have to brake in landing for that to happen organically? Alright, let's see if I get one more angle of this and we'll head out, guys. This has been fun. Again, this plane is already out. This is not a pre-release stream. This plane, this version, if you already own the 777 freighter from the past, all you need to do is go into the new PMDG Operations Center version 3, whatever it's called, and update it. If you don't own it, then obviously you can buy it from their website, which is what I did. I didn't own it yet, but I want to get the right angle on this. The modeling for PMDG is incredible. Yeah, they do a good job, man. I've never said they've not done a good job of creating aircraft. I have my opinions on their pricing model and things like that, but I've never doubted their ability to create a high fidelity aircraft. That's one thing they do, and they do well. Are they the best at what they do? That's debatable now. There's a lot of competition coming into the market, if you know what I'm saying. A lot of cool features and planes that are being made. So I don't think PMDG is the elite. Well, they are elites, but they're not. Like, the gap between PMDG and the rest of developers in the flight sim is not as large as it used to be back in the P3D and FSX days. Like, we got Fedex now, right? We got all these other companies that are really doing a good job of making very, very high fidelity aircraft that you can even, you know, real pilots can even use to study with. So I'm just happy that finally that love. Look at that. Oh my God. Is this a... Okay, hold on. Rewind that back. Oh, all right. No. I was not ready for how sick that was going to be. I'm sorry. Play that again. I was not ready for how sick that was going to look. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we are going to send in the band. Holy, that looked good. Hold on, let me get what I got. What's this one? What's this track right here? There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the 777 freighter by PMDG. On the center line and everything, bro. Like, who am I? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome and thank you so much for hanging out with me today, man. This has been fun. Big shout out to all the YouTubers and streamers in the chat. Check them out. Show them some love. Can't wait to see you guys at Flight Sim Expo in just a month's time. If you haven't registered already, go to flightsimexpo.com. It is not too late to book your flights. Book your bus tickets, your train tickets, hotels, Airbnbs. If you're struggling to find a hotel room or Airbnb, maybe think about partnering up with somebody. Split the cost. That's what I'm doing. Anyways, I'm gonna run this back one more time. Because you know why? One more time, one time for the culture. That's how we gotta do it out here, man. There it is. I'm gonna leave you with that, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Tomorrow we'll be back, or that's the plan, is to be back with some train sim content. We most likely be driving. I don't know where I don't know where yet. We'll see. I'm hoping to do a train sim stream tomorrow, possibly a German train stream. But as you guys know, I like to change my mind last minute, so that might change before the next 24 hours. But this has been fun. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, you have 3 choices. Give up, give in, and give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. I will see you guys next time, next video. Enjoy the landing. We out. Hold on. Before we roll out, Wrong Side Simulations made a joke, but I think it's funny. He says, I'm gonna sleep on the sidewalk with the homies. with a little tarp tent action. Let me tell you, my very first Flight Sim Expo that I went to back in Orlando, I promise you, bro, I was bumming it. I'm not kidding, I was bumming it, man. I knew I wanted to be there. I could barely afford to get there. I got there on a friend's buddy pass, so I didn't pay for the flight, right? And then I bought like the cheapest hotel I possibly could. I didn't have money to rent a car. I didn't know anybody. So from my cheap hotel that was down the street, about, I don't know, 5-minute drive, it was like a 20-30 minute walk. So guess what? I walked every night and every morning from that hotel on the other side of Disney all the way to the event, with my backpack, with my camera, with everything. And I did that every night for Flight Sim Expo my first year. And that year, I'm not exaggerating, that year changed my life. It changed my Flight Sim life. It changed my real life. I met people that I still talk to today. I got opportunities that I'm still benefiting from today. And so, I mean, I know I put really heavy on that stuff, but like, I'm just saying, like, that's why I promote Flight Sim Expo, not because they pay me to do it. They definitely don't pay me to say good things about it. I am a partner, but they don't pay me to say that. But the point is that it's a big deal for me. That's why I make sure that I'm there every year I can be. So anyways, I'm supposed to be gone. So one more time, this one's for the coacher. That last one's for wrong side simulations. I'm out. Is it moving? There we go, now it's playing. Bro, I always need a buddy pass. Put me on the list, bro. I worked the buddy pass system for years, bro. That non-rev life, I know all about it.